Rankings Tuesday.
That's right, it is. We got running backs for 2026. Running back rooms.
Oh, by the way, this is a real good chance for me to call my shot. Miami Dolphin fans, I'm about to piss you off real good.
More than likely. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday. Welcome into the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app, and we are seen everywhere. Not you. We are seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com. Click the live video link. You can subscribe to the channel. Once you subscribe to the channel, you can join the House of Reprehensibles. You can super chat us and give us money, and we like that.
And, we're
when
a
you give
big
us
fan
money, when you give us money, your chat goes all the way to the top of the list. So
if you saw the
it's a win-win.
If you saw the end of overtime last night, it was a fever dream for the last 30 minutes because I had planned a whole ending of we've got text messages to talk about, we've got stuff to talk about, and then this thing happened. And Tank, I believe you have a button. I didn't get to hit it last night, but it's the button we hit when things break that are news.
Yes, and that would be...
Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news?
Hey, all you pocket jackals on social media, do you remember that thing I said of Brendan Sorsby's not going to play a game at Texas Tech? I believe I said it a month ago. I believe I said it 2 weeks ago. And I'm absolutely positive I said it 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
Because we posted it on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Winner, chicken dinner.
You knew this was not going to happen.
As soon as I heard lawsuit from the Big 12, you're done.
Yes. I had no doubts in my mind that every bit of recourse would be taken to keep this from happening. Because you saw what it did. Right, as soon as this news came out, what was the first reaction everybody had? He is done. Done like dinner. We don't allow this. We don't allow you to bet on sports. We don't allow you to bet on your own team above all else. And there was nothing that was going to happen that allowed Brendan Sorsby to get on that field for Texas Tech this year. The NCAA immediately went, screw that, we're appealing this. The Big 12 went, hey, what can we do? If the NCAA doesn't have immediate recourse here, then I guess what? We do. We can do this. Teams around the country, schools around the country started pulling out of contracts with Texas Tech. We will not play you. Michigan canceled a women's volleyball game with Texas Tech just because they were willing, at least it appeared to be, they were willing to make sure that he was going to play. Well, guess what? We care. We care about this. And the integrity of sports matters. And Brendan Sorsby had no other option here but to call it quits.
That's the A argument. So now I'm going to say a thing that's going to make me sound like a bit of a jackal, but it's the truth. I agree with every word you just said. The integrity of the sport is the first and foremost, but then there was a secondary problem that appeared after we started talking about this. Tank, you've known me for a decade.
Mm-hmm.
I have been incredibly lucky in my life to be pretty successful.
Mm-hmm.
I get approached a lot to sponsor things, endorse things, and it ranges from a kid's little league team to an event. What is the first question I ask anytime somebody comes to me looking for me to put my name on something? What is my liability?
Mm-hmm.
Where can this come back to bite me? Texas Tech's liability was very obvious. When you start canceling volleyball matches, which are harder to schedule than you think, and your conference turns on you, and two other major conferences turn on you, at some point you have to look around and go, this could be fun for a year. Brandon Sorsby being my quarterback for a year, that could be fun. Or I can turn to Will Hammond, who's still a pretty good quarterback, and my liability with you is too high.
Right.
So I said this last night. I'm going to make some calls as to what happened. I got a pretty good idea of what happened. It was the first hour of my day today.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Tech told him, point blank, enter it.
Yeah, go.
We can't risk you. We can't risk the money that we're going to lose. We can't risk the donor money that's already been put in, because if we make the wrong decision here, the donor money will dry up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. They looked around and said the juice is not worth the squeeze of we have another quarterback. I fully believe that there could be another one added, because there's still a couple quarterbacks out there that could come in and be the backup. And they looked at this and said, you know what? Brendan Sorsby, number one player in the transfer portal, probably makes us a national title front runner. Will Hammond makes us a playoff front runner. The juice is not worth the squeeze. Mm-hmm. The liability is too high. I cannot risk the Big 12 pulling out from us. I can't risk the SEC pulling out from us. I can't risk the Big 10 pulling out from us. You have made this a situation that I can't touch. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It doesn't mean I don't want to do it. It means that my liability is too high.
Yep.
And that's what happened at Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm. And in the end, what did they tell Brendan Sorsby? Whatever we paid you, you can keep it. Keep it. And move on.
I'm not convinced that what you just said is true. I think they came to some kind of...
I mean, it's already been reported that they will not seek any money from him.
Yeah, but you also got to remember how the money's paid. So I think there's a great chance that he won't reap the full contract, but they're not going to look for repayment.
Well, look,
and that's fine.
Well, sure, I have no problems with this.
Look, we work in a sponsorship business. Mm-hmm. Over the years we've done this, every once in a while, it's not a good fit. Things don't work out, wherever the case may be, and we mutually decide to sever ties. They don't look for the money they paid us. We don't look for the money that was owed. It's just, hey, you know what? We're going to shake hands, part as friends, and maybe one day this will make more sense than it did at this time.
Right.
That's what they did.
I mean, this is like any settlement that you've ever seen in court. One side could prove its case, the other side could prove its case, but you know what? Rather than go through all the rigmarole and the possible media fight that we're going to go through and all the bad publicity, hands off.
We have our first super chat of the day, and it's a really good point from a great listener of this here program.
Give me that money. Give me that money.
Long this with a nice big old biggin super chat that said, seems like sports leagues and media went to bed with the sports books. It's hard to point fingers. Okay, I agree with everything you just said. Look, we are an endorser of DraftKings, have been for years. That's on the media side. The leagues, you can't ignore it. The money's too big. Mm-hmm. At this point, between NIL and all the things that are happening, I cannot turn down good money, and sports books are good money. Here is where it's not a disagreement. It would be more an addendum to what you said. The leagues, 100%. Are on board with sports books. You know who hates them? Athletic directors. You know who hates them? Head coaches. Mm-hmm. They didn't agree to any of this. Mm-hmm. It was thrust upon them because the high side for them doesn't exist, because the money's going to go to the conferences, the money's going to go to NIL, the money's going to go to places that are not them. They had no choice. The name of the game changed. Handful of years ago, when sports betting became a thing, it was always going to happen. But now here's what I will tell you, and I mean this. I don't know a bigger better than me. Do you?
I do not, no.
I would say the integrity of the game has never been higher than it is right now. There's one big dadgum difference. You know it. Mm-hmm. Do I think Brendan Sorsby is the first quarterback to ever bet on his team? Oh, good God, no. Do you know why you know? Because the regulation is so much higher now than it used to be. I've told Tank a story for years. I call it the cowboy story. I was in an underground sports book in Atlantic City with a guy with a duffel bag full of money. Guess what? That doesn't happen anymore because it's too regulated. I'm not saying there aren't off-book books. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is now it's so easy to do this legally with absolutely no recourse, as long as you are just a fan, just a bettor, as long as you're not involved in the sport. There is no liability to you. Mm-hmm. There's not somebody going to come break your ankles because you didn't pay back a guy named Vinny that lives by the docks. There's absolutely no tax liability because they send you a tax form. It has never been easier than it is right now. There's also way more eyeballs on it. So Brandon Sorsby, Kayshon Boutte, all the players that this has happened to over the years, it's not happening at a higher rate. Nobody will ever convince me of that. It's not happening at a higher rate. You just know about it more often. Tim Donaghy, I don't think Tim Donaghy is the first official that ever had an influence on lines. I don't believe it. You know why? Because we live in a capitalist society where people have free will. And there will always be somebody with a $100,000 handshake that can get in your pocket. The difference is now we have analytics and all kinds of things looking at it going, hey, you know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that this team somehow keeps going over on passing yards every single week. Or they've got an elite quarterback, and every week we can't set the lines. Because there are people, and there's one of them in our chat, I'm not going to call him out because it's a conflict of interest with his employment, but if he wants to chime in, he can feel free. There are people out there that set lines, and they are unbelievably good at it. And they have computer formulas and analytics and all the things. And when I start seeing things that don't make sense to the analytics, it throws up a big red flag. Do you know how Terry Rozier got caught? Exactly what I just said. Because a little flag went up and all the lines makers went, how the hell are we so off on him? Oh, because something's going wrong. I know people want to blame the desert for everything. They want to blame sports books for everything. This has been happening forever. Mm-hmm. It happened to the Minnesota basketball team in 1995. It's happened to more athletic institutions that I can count because it's too easy to do. Nothing's changed there. It was always easy. You know what it was? You know what changed? It's a lot easier to spot today. And I've been asked the question a half dozen times. Tank actually asked it to me right before the show. Have we thought about what if the NFL doesn't let him in? I'll bet you they do. They suspend Kayshon Boutte? Nope. He did the exact same thing that Brandon Sorsby did. And I'll bet you didn't even know that.
No, never
He
heard
fell
that.
in the draft. I'm a draft analyst that talks to at least one person from every team in the NFL. I didn't know that until 4 months after that draft happened. Had no clue. Nobody knew what had happened with him. We had heard stories that had nothing to do with betting. Mm-hmm. It did have to do with gambling, but it was more gambling on getting shot by somebody's husband. It had nothing to do with betting. We found that out on the backside. Mm-hmm. They knew the whole time. They knew the whole time.
I think they should. As I've been sitting here thinking about it, I think they should. I think they should just not have the supplemental draft this year. Just decide, you know what, we're not going to do this.
Slippery slope, bro. Slippery slope. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. This is going to be one of those things that people are not going to like what I'm getting ready to say, but the more you think about it, you're going to realize I'm right. If you meet a girl in a bar and you have a good time and a fun time and you hop on the good foot and do the bad thing, should you feel guilty about her husband? No, because you didn't make vows to him. She did. That's not your fault. You didn't know.
So because he didn't promise to abide by the NFL's rules, he shouldn't be held accountable.
Slippery slope. You start being moralist, I can give you enough stories to take the rest of these 3 hours of guys that shouldn't be in this league that you allowed in. Mm-hmm. One of them's an edge rusher for the Atlanta Falcons, and he snowed me as hard as anybody in this world. Mm-hmm. You want to get on a moralist kick? Be careful, because where do you draw the line?
Well, see, we're not keeping him out forever. We're just not going to give him his opportunity.
So you're going to sit him for a year. He's going to sue you,
Absolutely.
And now you wind up in litigation. Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Because in the end, that's the length of an NFL suspension.
What does it benefit the NFL to keep Brandon Sorsby out? How does it benefit them in any shape, form, or fashion? He bet on college football, and they're legislating this out.
How does it benefit to keep him in? How does it benefit to let him in?
It doesn't have to benefit to keep him in because those are the rules. We set these rules. The rule for a supplemental draft is you missed the entry to the NFL draft. You were eligible to be in it. You could have come out last year, and nobody would have known anything you did here because it would have died.
Yep.
I mean, I hate to tell you this, but it's the way it would have gone.
Sure.
We've had a bunch of people say what happens to Indiana and Texas Tech now. Absolutely nothing. That's what's going to happen. This will die on the vine because now there's not an actual victim.
Yep.
Nobody got hurt, so it will die. That's the way this works. The NFL set up a system. You missed the deadline. Your eligibility has been revoked. This is what the supplemental draft does. So you keep him out, guess what you get to deal with now? Lawyers, for absolutely no reason. I would say 5% of fans even care that he bet on Indiana as a redshirt freshman that didn't even have a jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bet, and you know what? I'm going to throw it in the chat. In the chat, if you care and you think he should be suspended, say it. Because I want to see how many it is. Because I don't think it's that many.
Really?
And the NFL kicks this bee's nest. Josh Gordon, how'd he wind up here? Oh, because he got busted for pot, which was a felony in the state that he was in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we let him in. Okay, well, that's called case law.
Sure.
So now
I'm not saying you keep him out. You
You
let him in or
can't
next year's
suspend
draft.
And his lawyers are going to fight. They've already established the
I
claim.
do not have to have a supplemental draft. I don't have to.
No, but
you
I have
can
a player.
apply. You can apply all you want to,
Name me
but
the
I
last
don't
pla-
have to have
Name me
one.
the last player they declined.
Hell if
I
know.
can tell you the year. I can't tell you the player.
I have no
2012.
idea.
That hadn't happened in 14 years.
Sure.
And it was not for this. It was. I in the break, I'll figure out what it.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no case law here that says the NFL should get involved in this in any way. The NFL's a Maserati with a personal driver. All you have to do is don't jerk the wheel out of their hand. This is one of those times. Don't jerk the wheel out of their hand.
Mm-hmm.
Sit back there, shut up, and get to your destination. And so now he will go into the supplemental draft. He'll be a franchise player as he is projected. He will be a franchise level quarterback for a team in this league, and just move on. It wasn't your fight. Don't fight it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fight it. It can't go well for you. You trying to fight this has no upside for you whatsoever. It has nothing but down. This gives you headlines for 2 weeks, maybe even longer, as you're competing with the World Cup and all kinds of other things. Brendan Sorsby will be the biggest story in sports for the next 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Take the gift and walk away. Jamison Williams, do you worry about him throwing games for the Detroit Lions? No, he got popped for betting in a Lions facility in the last 2 years.
Sure, and he served his suspension for that.
He did, but he was a player in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Sorsby wasn't.
I get it.
He wasn't. Don't kick the bee's nest. Just take the gift and walk away. And a year from now, we won't talk about this with Brandon Sorsby. And the reason I know that is because there's about 20 other players in the NFL that have been suspended for gambling. Yeah, guess what you don't talk about? Calvin Ridley. Do we talk about it with him? He got suspended for a year.
I mean, we know.
You know it happened. When
Right.
was the last time you even thought about it? Did you think about why he was a mediocre receiver for the Tennessee Titans last year? Because I didn't.
No,
Not
but
once.
but when you think about his career, you certainly do.
You
You have to.
It wouldn't be in the top 5 things I thought about with him.
That's dumb. That's dumb. His career completely fell off after that.
Because he missed 2 years.
Yeah.
Because
he gambled.
That is what you just did. Revisionist history. He was hurt. He got hurt the first year and then missed a second year
Because he gambled.
And I get that.
Right.
He was hurt before that. You don't have any actual evidence that gambling year did anything to him. He was coming off a catastrophic knee injury. How many receivers have we seen that weren't the same guy after they blew their knee out?
If you think it didn't have anything to do with it, I can't help you.
I'm not saying it didn't. I'm saying you have absolutely no proof that the knee injury didn't do it and the gambling did.
Sure.
Brandon Sorsby didn't gamble in your league. He didn't break your rules.
Sure.
He broke the NCAA's rules. If they want to chase his money, if they want to fine him, more power to you. We have made a clear delineation between the NCAA and the NFL. Their problems are their problems. And if you want to start trying to legislate their problems, take luck. You better bulk that legal team up because there's going to be a dadgum lot of them. And now my question.
Kick that bee's nest. Do it.
Don't.
Do
It's a
it.
bad idea. And when you get stung on your beehole, I don't want to hear you complain about it. Colin said we need a poll. I'm going to set that up in the break. Now there's a part of Brandon Sorsby to me that's that part's been adjudicated. All right. That was the first segment of the show. We disagree on it. That's fine. But what about where the rubber meets the road? What kind of player is Brandon Sorsby? Because I feel like we haven't talked about that throughout the entire process.
No.
And I wrote up a full scouting report for him last night. And now I'm going to tell you why this is such a big story. Because it is.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Joy is essential and it's also elusive. But now, there's a new and exciting way to start your journey toward a more joyful existence. Joy 101. It's a new podcast hosted by me, Hoda Kotb. If you're craving inspiration to maximize your joy, tune into these candid, uplifting, and moving on-air chats. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Joy 101, and listen now. Joy 101 with Hoda Kotb is presented by CVS.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The Atlanta Braves are on a mission, and night after night they are making their case as one of the best teams in baseball.
3-2 to Drake. And he swings and hits a missile to deep right field to the chop house and out of here.
Chopping toward another playoff run.
Olsen hits it well. Deep center field to the wall and go!
The Mountain's home for Braves baseball is ESPN Asheville. Proudly brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at ParksFordHendersonville.com. That's ParksFordHendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Let's open up the whole can of kick ass and kill them all. Let the paramedics sort them out.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. The Texas Tech Red Raiders lose the Midnight Gambler. He's gone. Brendan Sorsby.
It's a good name.
Tucking tail and running.
In fairness, I don't love the way you just said that.
I know you don't, but
because he's doing exactly what he should do.
He's doing what he should have done the first time.
Agreed.
The first chance he had when they said, hey, there's a problem with this, I don't think you should do that. He should have gone, you know what, I'll just go to the supplemental draft.
I agree with that.
Because now he's put everybody in the crosshairs. Right now, Texas Tech has a bad cloud hanging over their program with everybody else in college sports. Right, the people from the Big Ten and the SEC and even the Big 12, even their own conference, we're not going to forget that you just tried to do this. I'm sorry. You said earlier that the problem is ADs. Yeah, it is the problem. The ADs are the big problem because you basically spit in the face of college sports and sportsmanship when you do things like this.
I think the cloud from Texas Tech's gone. Because we all know they're why this happened. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not a moralist by any stretch of the imagination. I also don't think Brendan Sorsby woke up yesterday morning and went, I think I've created enough problems for people.
No,
I think Texas Tech
made him do it. But it's the fact that they were in the fight anyway. It's the fact that they were planning on using him anyway. That there will be rough feeling.
They never said they were planning on using him. If you can find one thing from Kirby Hocutt or anybody that said he was going to play, I dare you to find it. Because I've actually said that for a couple weeks. Have we actually heard anything from Texas Tech? Because I haven't heard a word. They never said squat.
You think if this had just gone away, they'd be like,
no. Listen to what I said, not what you think I said.
I know.
I never said they weren't planning
on
it.
But you have to take that next step.
They never said it.
Sure. But you have to take that next step of this whole time, we've been arguing about this. We've been fighting, Brendan Sorsby shouldn't be playing college football. The SEC is getting ranked up.
They're not fighting anything. Brendan Sorsby was fighting it. Texas Tech wasn't fighting squat.
I'm not saying they were. Texas Tech was sitting back going, well, I mean, if you're going to allow it. And that right there.
But that's what you think they said. They can't revoke the kid's scholarship. I mean, you just can't do it because you're opening yourself up to all kinds of things. Because what if it's not true?
I mean, I feel like
I'm going to say the same thing
because he admitted that he did it,
and that's fine. But then you got into it's a mental health thing, and we're in a whole new ball game here because we're in.
I'm reacting the same way that judge should have reacted when it came across his desk.
I haven't disagreed with anything you've said. I'm just saying Texas Tech has gotten a lot of flack here, and they didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
They just sat back and let the legal process adjudicate itself, and then when it did, I'll go ahead and tell you, I've talked to. I'll say a handful of people today. Every single one of them said the same thing. Texas Tech did this. They looked at him and said, "Don't make this harder on us."
Right, you can't do
keep the money.
We cannot
keep part of the
afford
money
you
and get out.
It's exactly what you said in the first segment was the perfect way to say it. We can't do. You're too big of a risk. The juice isn't worth the squeeze here, brother.
Liability. It's exactly what I started this
right.
With.
Like I'm moving on.
So, and I do want to touch on this before we get into what Brandon Sorsby actually is. Gambit fan said, Jeremy, the fact they didn't say squat doesn't mean anything if they didn't say we aren't using it. What was the incentive for them to say we aren't using it? Why? I'll got to go back to that same word I started this with, liability. Why do I want to tie myself up with lawyers in a place where the only advantage of me being Texas Tech is that I've got more money than God? Why do I want to tie my lawyers and my money up when I could just do this behind closed doors the way they did? I actually think Texas Tech handled this perfectly. Now, we started giving them flack like they were doing things that they never did. Mm-hmm. They never said they were going to use him. Not one time. Trust me, I searched. Not one time did they say he will be our starting quarterback in the fall. All of this was adjudicated. The lawyers started talking, and people like you and I started flapping our gums. Mm-hmm. And we started writing narratives that were not actually out there. And that's fine. That's what we do. Mm-hmm. That's what we're paid to do. Mm-hmm. Texas Tech didn't say anything.
Don't you feel like, though, those discussions would have been had between, I don't know, the Michigan AD and the Texas Tech AD before they pulled out? Before Michigan went, we're not playing you. Don't you think they would have called and said, hey, this doesn't make you look very good, and I think we're going to pull out of our contract.
You want me to tell you what
And it would have been Texas Tech's response that would have solved that. If Texas Tech's AD would have went, just hold on, give us time.
I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
Because here's what, and this is my honest-to-God belief, and I've been thinking about this now for 15 hours. Here's what I think happened. I think Kirby Hocutt's been sitting in his office for the last probably 3 to 4 weeks going, okay, we're one of the biggest transfer portal destinations in the country.
Mm-hmm.
We spend more money than anybody else does. We have gone from a national afterthought to a national power in 24 months because of our money, our power, our influence, and our relationship with agents that control players. I can set every bit of that on fire if I handle this wrong. And he played out every scenario, and he went, I don't know what to do here. And then one of those power brokers probably came to him and said, you know there's an easier way out of this, right? The kid doesn't want to pay the money back. I'm going to wager because he's got some pretty significant gambling debts based on what I've heard. And he doesn't want to pay the money back, possibly because he continued gambling on it. I don't know. That's spitballing. I'm not reporting that. I'm just saying it's possible. You could go to the kid and say, keep the money, go to the NFL, never talk of Texas Tech again.
Mm-hmm.
You were a Cincinnati guy.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know what we were getting into, and I saw it's my lovely wife said plausible deniability. Exactly. Look, I live in a world of lawyers, and I'll be honest with you. I've met some good ones. I've met some real bad ones, and I don't want to deal with them any more than I have to. And this is a bit of a sticky wicket for the old Texas Tech Red Raiders, because this is a system that you have gained to make yourself what you are. You were in the college football playoff last year because you gamed this system that there are no rules on. So for you to hardline stance say, no, we stand to get – okay. Lane Kiffin's down in Baton Rouge with an absolute blank checkbook, and they don't really seem to care about the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So why would I interject myself before I have to? And I know that's not the answer people want, but it's the truth. There are times, and this comes from a guy that has a couple of really good attorneys myself, that tell me when to shut my mouth and when not to. There's a great chance the lawyers were going, wait, hold. We don't actually have to say anything yet. There are no games for 75 days. We don't have to say squat. Just let it adjudicate itself. And then they went back to behind closed doors channels, and the next thing you know, Brendan Sorsby's entering himself into the supplemental draft. Did you notice he didn't say a word?
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that? Did you notice there was no big publication? There was no big thank you, Red Raider Nation. There was no I'll always be a Red Raider at heart.
No.
There was none of that.
No, because he never played a game for him.
He entered it, and it came out from Tom Pelissero and Ian Rappaport. How do you think they got the information? Because Sorsby's people went to Tom Pelissero and said he's entering the supplemental draft.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to make fanfare of it. Did you notice what time they did it? 8:30 at night. What was the last time you saw a story like that break at 8:30 at night? It doesn't happen. It does not happen. It also happened during the World Cup, which, trust me, I do not think is an accident.
It certainly does happen. It certainly happens when you want people to forget about something.
Not with a story this big.
I was going to say, problem is this story's too big. You can't forget about it.
They tried to hide it as best they could,
yep.
But it's still the biggest story in sports.
Mm-hmm.
It was always going to be the biggest story in sports,
mm-hmm.
But they announced it as late as they could. They gave as many talking heads like you and I as much time to do their due diligence and find out what they were going to find out. And guess what? I bet a whole mess of them got the same answers today that I did. Texas Tech did this, and it cost them $5 million to do it. But the $5 million it cost them to get out of Brendan Sorsby pales in comparison to what it would have cost them if they had ever set him on a field, if they had even set him on a practice field that people could have gotten a camera on. It would probably have been enough.
Mm-hmm.
Just the validation of, yes, we were planning on playing him.
Yep.
That would have probably burned you more than $5 million in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And so they sat back and they let the process take hold. Do I love that? No, but it's the way the legal system in this country works. It happens to people every single day. Do I love the alternative here? No, but it's what I have to do. And for me, it's fine. You said the stink attaches to Texas Tech.
Absolutely.
I don't think it does. I don't think it does in any way because they didn't actually tangibly do anything. They recruited a high-level player. He agreed to come there. They never played him. They stood behind their guy, so the agents aren't mad, the players aren't mad, the boosters aren't mad, the fans aren't mad. I think they played it exactly the way you should
mm-hmm.
because I don't think there is a right hand here. I don't think there is a right way to play this when you have a guy that you actually have no legit loyalty to that winds up coming in as a broken toy. What I will tell you is I will bet you the background checks that these schools do on players get significantly deeper.
Absolutely.
Because Texas Tech's got to be looking around going, man, I wish we'd
Dodged
gone another way.
Right.
Oh, because here's the thing. It wasn't just Texas Tech. There were a lot of suitors on Brendan Sorsby.
Mm-hmm.
LSU was one, if you recall.
Mm-hmm. I'll be surprised if they don't go ahead and just try to bring him in. Why not?
Well, because they already have Sam. They already have Sam Leavitt, so I don't need to.
Why not?
I actually already have a better college quarterback on my roster. We have a big and super chat to get to, and then I promise at some point we will actually talk about the player.
Cause it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money.
It's from our buddy Colin, who said if the NFL gets involved in the Brendan Sorsby situation and eliminates the supplemental draft, it could cost the NCAA millions of dollars and seriously undermine the NCAA's position in the ongoing court case. I see the confused look on your face. This is the outlet.
How does this cost the NCAA money?
Because the lawsuits would continue. If you don't give him an outlet to play, what do you think's going to happen? I actually was laughing about this when you said they should just cancel the supplemental draft. Well, what do you think he's going to do? You think he's going to sit at home with his thumb in his keister? No, all those lawsuits kick right back in. This is an olive branch from the NFL to the NCAA. You're our minor league. You're our filter system, and you're a decent part of why we are the most popular sport on this planet, because we get ready-made stars from you. You're in a bind here because you've got a judge that's made case law that can hammer you for years. Or we can extend an olive branch to little brother here. Yeah, let him come play. We're not going to suspend him. Come on. You didn't burn us. You didn't bet on anything here.
That could be.
100%. I'll bet you anything you want. That I'll go a step further.
You think the NFL's already weighed in on this?
I think the NFL's already contacted Texas Tech and said, you need to convince him to come out right now. Because this is a slippery slope. You disagree all you want to. Brother, I'm going to level you. I've been in boardrooms for 20 years. I'll bet my house on it. I'll bet you my house somebody from the league office has said, we'll give you an out. Put him in the supplemental draft. We got to contend with the World Cup anyway, and we know how this is going to end. I told you this the day it happened. There is no shot he plays a game in college football. I don't care about one stupid judge. Do you remember what I said when the ruling came down? Go up. Mm-hmm. Trust me, you're not going to find many judges that side with this.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't talked to one attorney yet that said there was any basis for this whatsoever. But you left it in nebulous. Do you think it's good for the NCAA or for the NFL for things like this to hang out there? Do you think this is the part of this they want us talking about? I mean, honestly, that's a legit question.
Oh, no.
No.
Of course not.
So how do you fix it? Got an idea. Let's talk about the player. Let's find a fan base that's starved for a quarterback. We'll give them a supplemental draft, something we never have, something that'll steal the headlines. The World Cup's been going on for days, and guess what? We just did the first 40 minutes of an ESPN radio show talking about Brendan Sorsby.
Mm-hmm.
Roger Goodell's sitting back going,
that was going to happen anyway. But okay.
For sure. We might not be.
Oh, really? You want to spend the next 20 minutes talking about the 4 ties that happened yesterday in the crap sport that is soccer?
No.
Okay, thank you.
We may not be the greatest example of that. I was just, look, all right, just because we're talking about lawyers doesn't mean I need you to lawyer me, although that was a good point. That was a good point.
It was
Jack.
A perfect day for this to come up.
No doubt.
I saw the scoreboard from yesterday and went, hey, that's it. That's the one. That's why your games aren't selling as well as they do in other countries.
Stephen Tao, I think, with the comment of the day so far that led to a bunch of things. Anyone counting how many times he said adjudicate so far? And then a bunch of them said he really wants to say and a Judy chop.
And a Judy chop.
Right, I do. Adjudicate's one of those words that you can't say without sounding like you've done 14 highballs at breakfast.
Sure.
I'm going to adjudicate this legislation in the judicial system.
Look, my legal team ain't doing much right now. We'll take it.
My legal team's always doing something because I'm always I'm like Scott Stapp. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet.
You guys know me well enough. I'm just rooting for injuries here. That's not like actual injuries on the field. I'm just rooting for chaos. And to me, that could be the best chaotic thing that could happen, is that Roger Goodell steps in and goes, you know what? I don't feel like having a supplemental draft this year.
Yeah. I don't use what I'm getting ready to say very often with Tank because, you know, he's a cheatman. I'll bet you anything you want. Any amount of money, any board bet, anything you want. Come about the middle of July, Brendan Sorsby's going to be on an NFL team, and Roger Goodell's going to be real happy about it.
So the question is he worth a damn? We'll talk about it when we come back from the break here on ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Best advice right now is expect some wet weather later in the week. The question is going to be how much and will we have a flood risk? The chance is there with our tropical disturbance in the Gulf heading potentially this way. A couple of good days coming up, partly sunny today to mostly sunny tomorrow. Today 80, tomorrow into the upper 80s. And as we get into Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and Friday, we could start hooking up with some of that moisture coming in from the west and southwest. From the Weather Channel, Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oh, Ben Tyrod, what are you going to do?
I'm way ahead of you. I'll be on RockAuto.com before you can even finish this commercial.
He's right. RockAuto.com. Parts when you need them.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots. He scores.
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Carolina Complete Health. We are here for your health. HereForYourHealthNC.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
As the U.S. prepares for its next match, midfielder Tyler Adams says they're getting bonding time off the field.
Whether it's watching the World Cup game, whether it's watching Stanley Cup, whether it's watching NBA Finals, it's a great moment for sports right now, just in general. And it's a great moment for our team just to be able to spend time with each other.
The U.S. meets Australia Friday. Meanwhile, Lionel Messi and Argentina will start their repeat quest tonight against Algeria.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Carolina Complete Health. From Charlotte and Greensboro to Raleigh, Durham, Asheville, and Wilmington, we're here for communities across North Carolina, connecting you to the care you need. We are here for your health. Visit HereForYourHealthNC.com.
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to keep safe,
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
to provide the music, talk, and sports you love, and to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. I don't want this Brendan Sorsby thing to go away. This is fun.
This has been the most...
I like having actual topics that Jeremy and I disagree on certain points of that we can.
Now, look, I do need to specify, I'm not saying the kid didn't do anything wrong. I think he committed the cardinal sin.
Absolutely.
The problem is that this was really easy to see coming, and you don't really have you don't have the pieces in place to Judy chop this. Because you've let a bunch of guys in that committed crimes.
Worse crimes.
Way worse crimes. And you didn't punish them in any way.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're getting it. Just don't kick the bee's nest. But as soon as this happened last night, what I started thinking about was, ironically enough, Logan Paulson and I's new podcast is a draft podcast where we talk about 5 players a week, and we started with quarterbacks. So I've already done the film study on Brendan Sorsby.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is he a real-life big boy NFL quarterback? And the answer is, I can't tell you definitively yes, but I also can't tell you definitively no.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in the chat earlier said that he was a version of J.J. McCarthy. I can't agree with you on that, and I'll tell you why. He's not accurate enough to be J.J. McCarthy. He's also significantly bigger.
Okay.
He's got a very lively arm. He's got kind of a Will Levis mixed with Baker Mayfield element to him because he takes a lot of risks, but he is a big boy. 6'3", 235 is a big boy NFL frame.
Yes, it is.
He's a pretty good runner. Not great. You said Desmond Ridder earlier, comparing him to another Cincinnati quarterback.
Yeah.
The running element of him is kind of Desmond Ridder-ish, but that's also kind of Will Levis-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I see a better arm, not as big of an arm, but more accurate than Will Levis body frame with kind of a Baker Mayfield mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and a plus runner, as NFL Draft Yoda Bill Workman just said. The high side on him is quite high. If you like John Mateer and you don't like Brendan Sorsby, I'm going to need you to explain why. Because I don't think there's one thing Mateer does better than Sorsby. I watched the tape back-to-back, so it was real easy to comp him. If you're a team in the NFL, and I've identified a handful, and you need a lottery ticket, and you don't think you're going to be picking at the top side of the top 10, he's definitely a guy that would be worth a look. And I don't know about you, but as soon as this happened, I saw a no-doubt team that made all the sense in the world to me. Did you?
I mean, I've always thought the Jets made a whole lot of sense.
There's a couple problems with the Jets. I don't disagree with you. The problem is that you traded up to get Cade Klubnik in the 4th round, and that's your projection piece. I'm hard pressed to think you're going to, because the third round pick's long been what I thought this would be.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing has really changed in that yet. Does it make sense to use a 3rd round pick next year after using a 4th round pick and then some to get Cade Klubnik without ever even giving him a shot? That makes a little less sense to me. Mm-hmm. I feel like the Jets drafted Cade Klubnik with the intention of Geno Smith's probably going to crash and burn within 10 weeks. We'll take 7 weeks. It'll be obvious yes or no whether there's anything there, and then we can make a decision with 3 first-round picks next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the team that jumped out to me.
Was it my team?
It was.
Of course. Because here's the thing. If you have any of these quarterback-needy teams that are going to be at the top of the draft next year, like no way around it, right? There's no way that the Jets aren't up there in the top 10 next year. There's no way that the,
Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals or the Dolphins or whoever else is considering a quarterback next year, there's no way that those teams aren't up there. You're looking for that team that's not going to be up there. And I could say with as much certainty as my Buccaneer heart will let me, we're not going to be picking in the top 10 next year.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
Now,
another thing you got to remember is how good next year's class is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need a lot of things, and I'm taking a flyer on a guy that just got popped for gambling, that the tape's good, but not maybe franchise level, okay, then that takes me out of taking a quarterback next year. So to me, that eliminates the Jets, the Dolphins, the Browns, the Arizona Cardinals, especially because they just took Carson Beck in the 3rd round. That's probably the 4 that I immediately said, oh, not you.
You telling me I can get a first-round quarterback for a third-round pick? I'm all the way in.
So according to
you tell me he's worth that? Look, I just want to clarify this for everybody who's like, yeah, but I thought you were saying leave him out of the draft. No. What I was saying was it wouldn't hurt my feelings to see the NFL go, you know what? We're not going to do a supplemental draft this year. We're going to make him go to next year's draft. Because if he were one of our players, we would have suspended him for a year anyway.
Yeah, the only problem is he wasn't one of your players, and you've never done that before.
Sure.
So you're opening up a can of worms.
Sure.
Here's where my brain goes. Is Dante Moore a better prospect than Brandon Sorsby?
Yes.
Okay, well, if I'm the Jets, the Browns, the Vikings, the Cardinals, the Dolphins, I might have a shot at Dante Moore next year. Is Julian Sayin a better prospect?
Yes.
Is Arch Manning a better prospect?
Yes.
Is C.J. Carr a better prospect?
Yes.
Is Darian Mensah a better prospect?
Yes.
I agree with you on all five. From there, it gets a little debatable.
Mm-hmm.
I have two more in front of him. I actually had Sorsby was my 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I've long said I think 7 go in the first round next year.
Mm-hmm.
So I do the math.
Right.
If I'm Tampa Bay, I'm the one team that does not have a real honest-to-God backup to Baker Mayfield. It also gives me leverage in the Baker Mayfield negotiation of if Baker's wanting $60 million, Baker's not worth $60 million.
No.
He never has been. He never will be.
No.
He is a $30 million quarterback. I don't care how much this accelerates. I don't care. He's a middle-of-the-road quarterback that's going to give you middle-of-the-road results. So if I get the opportunity to take a shot at a guy that I get him a year early, he can back up Baker. If Baker gets hurt again, I don't just crash into the rocks with Teddy Bridgewater or Kyle Trask or whatever else I'm going to trot out there. It's a flyer. I'm not necessarily going to be after a quarterback next year anyway because I can re-sign Baker Mayfield at any given time. But if I take this kid, I have leverage because I have a bigger version of Baker that's not as accurate but has a way bigger arm and a much better runner. That could be my escape hatch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Tampa Bay has screamed to me.
Be a whole lot easier to get those if you're concerned about the Tampa Bay fans being upset, be a whole lot easier to get them the naysayers involved if you tell them that you have Baker Mayfield in Kyle Trask's body. Just pointing that out. Because that's what he is. If
say that one more time.
I said it'd be a whole lot easier to get the fans on board if you're concerned about that, to tell them that we have Baker Mayfield in Kyle Trask's body. Because the Tampa Bay fans were all excited about Kyle Trask. Remember, he was supposed to be the guy.
Oh, yeah.
He was supposed to be the guy after Brady left. And then Baker was brought in and kind of grew on him. You tell him you got best of both worlds?
Sorsby is a guy that can be a successful quarterback in the NFL in the right system. I don't think it's going to be one of those bad teams because there's too many options next year. If this had been this, and I'll say this, this hand on a Bible, he'd have gone ahead of Ty Simpson. I promise you. I have not talked to one person in the NFL that doesn't have a higher grade right now on Brandon Sorsby than they had on Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
Not one.
Mm-hmm.
Ty Simpson went at 13. Way different draft that had no quarterbacks in it outside of Fernando Mendoza. But looking towards next year, I would say he probably goes in the 3rd round. And I really believe it's going to be Tampa Bay because that's the only one that lines up.
Mm-hmm.
Because Pittsburgh took Drew Aller,
who's
a Pittsburgh guy. Mm-hmm. They've got Will Howard, who's a Pittsburgh guy. And trust me, every time the Steelers come up, I get a Steeler fan that says, we should give a shot to Will Howard or Drew Aller. So adding another name to that room doesn't really do you anything. The one that has, and I'm going to use my wife's term again, the one that has plausible deniability is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We didn't say we were drafting to be a franchise quarterback. We were saying that kid is worth our 3rd-round pick next year to come in and be the backup to Baker Mayfield. Baker's still our guy. This doesn't change anything. He's still our guy. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, they're going hard line, $40 million a year, tell him to take it or pound sand.
Yep.
Because we'll let him sit behind Baker for a year, and that'll be our starter in 2027. And when in situations like this, it's what you're looking for because these are lottery tickets. Mm-hmm. We call them supplemental drafts. It's really a lottery draft. Lottery in the way the order is determined, lottery in terms of who takes the risk on the kid because every one of these guys is a risk. And Sorsby's a risk.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a calculated risk for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Best advice right now is expect some wet weather later in the week. The question is going to be how much and will we have a flood risk? The chances there with our tropical disturbance in the Gulf heading potentially this way. A couple of good days coming up, partly sunny today to mostly sunny tomorrow. Today 80, tomorrow into the upper 80s. And as we get into Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and Friday, we could start hooking up with some of that moisture coming in from the west and southwest. From the Weather Channel, Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help you troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and help you save time and money down the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
If you've ever marketed a product or business, you know how much attention it takes to break through. But our nation's 250th is a rare moment that cuts through the noise. And with 77% of Americans saying it's an appropriate time to celebrate, your business has a green light to show up for our nation's big birthday party. Don't miss your chance to do it with iHeart and reach local listeners when they're ready to take action. Call 844-844-iHeart today to get started. That's 844-844-iHeart.
Wendy's new Biggie Deals lets you choose whatever you're in the mood for. It's like a music mixing board of deals, and you're the producer. Go with some chill folk music with a JBC in the $4 Biggie Bite snack. Try the drum and bass of deals with a double stack in the $6 Biggie Bag. Or go full-on sandwich symphony with an $8 Biggie Bundle, the grand finale of snacking. And the best part? They all come with napkins. $4, $6, and $8 Biggie Deals how you want them at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
You've got to try the new TikTok diet.
Just ask Chat.
I just take blue-green algae.
Or you could trust your gut. When it comes to your health, how do you know what's right for you? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple, at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements. Not trends, your biology.
Learn more at Viome.com/know. V as in Victor, IOME.com/KNOW. And use coupon code VIOME50 to save $50 off your purchase.
Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. Bright, spicy, zesty, impossible to ignore. It brings main character energy to every bite. Not just a sauce, it's a star. Only at participating U.S. Taco Bell locations. For a limited time only, while supplies last.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do, and we know that you would do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
The Sportsocracy.
You were just dumber than a bag of hammers.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man.
I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to
get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery, live from the Ingalls studio.
It's gross. Why do you say gross things?
You said it, not
You
me.
said I was talking about May over there. Curried fried chicken.
Oh,
That's
God.
not.
I don't know
That
what
doesn't taste good.
I don't know what she's eating, but good. Lord.
Welcome into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. This is the Power Rankings Tuesday. The Brendan Sorsby talk has been quite entertaining through the first hour of the program. Before we get into Power Rankings Tuesday, though, we do have a super chat on the Sorsby issue. And it comes from Jets Cade Klubnik. It says, who or where is Sorsby's agent? After I get certification next winter, I'm telling him to enter the worst talented draft in 2026 and not to crater. Bingo.
I hate to do this way, but it gives me a really good excuse to do this. Brendan Sorsby's agent is Ron Slavin. Slavin. Sorry, I don't get to do that very often, and I didn't know the answer to that until I Googled it.
Nice.
And when I did, I went, it's the Slavin Maven.
He definitely got bad advice.
No
I mean,
doubt.
if you knew this was in your past, wouldn't you have just said, I'm done?
Look,
I'm out of here.
I've never been a lawyer, but I'm going to wager when they go in that little room, there are a lot of times that the client, did you kill that person? No.
You
I
sure?
didn't
do that.
You sure? Because you got blood on your shoes. It's lamb's blood.
And that's the end of our relationship.
I had whatever this nonsense is that whipping May over here is eating beside me. I got the lamb's blood on my shoes. I didn't do it. That's got to be a terrible job to be a lawyer.
100%.
Like you're looking across from somebody and you go, I have to defend you and make people think you didn't do this. And I'm pretty confident you did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But if I were a betting man.
Oh, I'm going to need
Actually,
to know.
you know what, Brandon? I'm going to make a bet that you did do this. What kind of odds would you give me? Plus 270. You said it too quick.
You knew too much about those odds. Good Lord.
Explain the VIG to me, Brandon. I know you can.
Just preparing my mind. Brendan Sorsby, Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Here we go.
You should be excited about that.
Part of me is.
Look, as a Jets fan, I'm not going to lie. There's part of me going, hey, if we take him in the third round, that means we have 4 picks in the top 40 that we don't have to take a quarterback, and we can just go, yay, look at all the players we got. We got an edge rusher and a receiver and all kinds of stuff.
Lots of things to play with.
The only problem is that as a Jets fan, every time we've ever taken a quarterback not in the first round, but I don't think I really needed that. Anytime we've taken a quarterback, it just ends up as a big, also known as whatever May is eating right now. I figure if I shame her enough, she will never bring lamb into my dojo again.
That's probably safe.
I put it this way: my wife cooks lamb while I'm on the road because I hate it that bad. Now she's pushing the ball away from me like she thinks that's good.
She's like, I'll leave this little nugget of it in the bowl.
You've already
so it just
funkified the
keeps
air.
smelling like the thing.
You've already funkified the air.
That right there is the I got it.
I've already called Father Onassis to.
I have to show this because this is the type of stuff that my wife does. I want the YouTube listeners to look into that bowl, and at that point she went, I'm done. I'm done.
I can't.
There is one little, like, a third of an ounce nugget of meat still left in that bowl. And she went, you know what? I'm not eating anymore. I'm just going to let it sit there. And that's what we're doing. And that kind of thing drives me crazy. Like, my wife will do that when we have, like, burger night. And I fix, like, a whole bunch of fries and stuff. And she'll go get hers. She'll be the last one to get her plate, maybe. And she goes in there and she takes all but about 4 fries.
Yeah.
And it goes, Why did you leave those on the plate just for somebody to randomly come get later?
In case you wanted more.
But it's 4 of them. It's 4 single fries. It's not going to help anybody.
Yeah, I mean, but I didn't want to take the last of it, so I took the last of it, but I left a couple crumbs just in case you were still hungry. I mean, because I know for me, every time I'm feeling a little peckish, I see 2 Lay's potato chips in the bottom of one of those bags and go, that'll do it. That got me. That'll get me right there. Yep. I got a little hunger that I think those 2 wavy Lay's are going to knock her out.
I do love the fact that she put the lid on it and just went, you know what, he can't see it now.
And now it's invisible.
It's a clear bowl, and I can still see it.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm going to sing Ba Ba Black Sheep for the next 2 hours in the hope that will intimidate you enough to never bring that into my dojo again. I'm going to get a lamb chop puppet and make it talk. Wow. Maybe I can shame you into not eating meat.
Yep. Good Lord, just eat the last bite. That's from David Smith. Bingo. Just eat the last bite and move on with your day.
That's totally what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Every time she goes to say anything, I'm just going to hold my hand up and go,
oh, dear. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday.
Nothing but lamb chop songs all afternoon long.
It's a Power Rankings Tuesday
This
here.
is
at
the
Sports
song
Talker Show.
that never ends.
On our Power Rankings adventure here, we bring ourselves to the running backs. It's time to talk about the running back rooms around the NFL for 2026. And I give you 3 guesses. The first 2 don't count on who's number 32.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yep.
Look,
you can't.
Your lead running back is the guy that you took in the 5th round that I said runs like he's got his eyes closed a year ago. And then just, because we really want to have some depth, you took the Washington Commanders running back room and said, we don't want one of the 2 best guys. Let's get the 3rd one, and that'll be our backup. And you know what? For depth purposes, just because you can never have enough,
right?
We'll get LaQuint Allen and Amir Abdullah, who have never been seen in the same room together because they both do one thing well, which is catch passes. And just to round it out, let's get the 4th running back from the Seattle Seahawks, who have been a bastion of running ability, that return kicks. Let's just go with that.
DJ Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the worst running back room in the league, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's not even close.
No. It's how did you look at that group and went, we're good. I mean, I know we had Travis Etienne last year, but, Bayshell Tootin, he was really good on the 14 carries we gave him. So we should really turn this job over to him. No, that's not how you build a winner.
No.
Jacksonville is the worst running back room in the league.
Yeah, going from Travis Etienne to Bayshell Tootin is kind of like going from what I had for lunch, which was a lovely little burger platter, to one's up here, one's down here.
All right, that means who's at 31?
The Washington Commanders. You know that team that looked at Chris Rodriguez and went, I don't think you make our room better. That team is 31. Now, I will give you a caveat here.
Okay.
The reason Washington is so low is because I have not seen the lead back be a full lead back before. I think their high side's much higher than this. And I'm not just trying to defend a team that I have, we'll say, some loyalties to. I really like Bill Krosky-Merritt. I'm not sure he's a lead back. If they still had Austin Eckler or a veteran that I really believed in, they'd be higher.
What do you mean Rashad White's not that guy?
I didn't stutter. I don't think I stuttered. If I did stutter, I don't remember doing it.
I mean, Jerome Ford's on this team now.
I will somehow, the Washington Commanders wound up with a running back that I love, but I'm not sure he's the lead back.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the running back that I despise the most, and then the draft prospect I despise the most in the same running back room. It was never going to be high. And Gary Burt said they were 5th in the NFL in rushing. Yeah, I know. They didn't mean to. It was probably because they couldn't throw because their quarterback
I was going to say, Jaden Daniels gets hurt, and you go, oh, crap, now we have to run the ball. Because what else are you going to do? Turn it over to – who was the backup last year? Was it Mariota?
Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, I'm not really passing the ball a lot with Mariota back there either.
I love when ESPN's website just goes, nope.
Not going to do it.
You want information, and I have it, but I'm not going to tell it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So Washington rushed for 2,290 yards last year.
Yep.
Bill Krosky-Merritt had 805. They had 4 other guys that were 220 or higher, but not one of them passed 500. That's rare.
Mm-hmm.
That's rare day. Now, look, Jaden Daniels, between Daniels and Mariota, they combined would have been the second leading rusher for the Washington Commanders last year. I think you will see that out of Jaden Daniels. I won't be shocked if Jaden Daniels runs for 1,000's too high. I won't be shocked if he runs for 800 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I think they will be a fine running team. I don't like their running back room. It's too specialized for me.
Yep. At number 30, the Carolina Panthers.
You have Chuba Hubbard and nothing else.
And you did that on purpose.
Yeah. You walked into this and went, hey, you know that running back that's been hurt 2 years in a row? That's our backup.
You ever seen that movie Walk Hard?
Of course I have.
Where he uses the phrase "wrong kid died."
Wrong kid died.
Yeah.
The wrong kid died.
Yeah. You chose poorly. You had the option to go Chuba Hubbard or Rico Dowdle. And you went, God, let's take the guy that sucks. I don't feel like that was a good call.
This was like
that's a lot like saying, we had Travis Etienne, but now we have Bajal Tootin.
Going Chuba Hubbard over Rico Dowdle's like walking into a honky-tonk bar, and you could buy a shot for the cute 5 standing at the bar, and you went over and took one to the mechanical sheep.
It's atrocious. I mean, it didn't rank very high last year, and you continued the trajectory.
The only reason that they're 30 instead of 31 is because I did really like Jonathan Brooks, and if there's still anything left, you got to at least take the 5% chance.
Look, I hope that's the case.
Because he's a great
Loved
kid.
him when he
dude.
came out of Texas.
He's a great kid.
The kid
dude.
was a great running back at Texas. He comes into the league and gets hurt immediately back to back, and I've just never seen him do it at the NFL level. There's a whole lot of people putting a whole lot of eggs in that Jonathan Brooks basket this year, and I don't even kind of understand it.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
I mean, I've seen people predicting that he's going to be 1,000-yard rusher and all this kind of stuff.
Like Jonathan Brooks?
Yes.
Those people need to be drug tested.
I think it was your boy Matt over at ESPN. One of them did some kind of article that was like bold predictions for the upcoming year, and that was one of them. That Jonathan Brooks was going to break the streak and be the first 1,000-yard rusher for the Carolina Panthers since whoever did it, D'Angelo. I don't know who the hell it was.
Here's the thing. I believe you're talking about Matt Miller, who is my boy.
Maybe.
That's my guy. Maybe he knows something, and they turned Jonathan Brooks into the winter soldier Bucky Brooks.
Possibly.
It's Bucky Barnes. But had to tie it together. I said, if that's the case, we could talk.
Maybe.
But unless he's got some bionic ligaments that I don't know about,
right.
I can't trust him.
Right. Like I don't get where you're coming from. It sounds like something that David Newton would cook up. Just the one guy with the Carolina Panther colored glasses. Okay. I mean, you can keep saying it all you want to. As somebody said in the YouTube comments, it's free to say excrement. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Carolina Panthers at 30. Who's at 29?
The Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, sorry, Zach Charbonnet, don't do it for me. Jadarian Price, don't do it for me. The combo's not awful. I just think you have 2 twos. And this is the thing, like, if you've got 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one. If you've got 2 running backs, and I can't even tell you which one's going to lead it, you don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
You know I did not like Jadarian Price. I thought there were people that were just absolutely out to lunch on him, and him in the first round still makes 0 sense to me. And then behind that, there's nothing. It's just a bunch of dudes. I mean, Kenny McIntosh and Velus Jones are on this depth chart at running back.
Ooh.
Seattle, look, you do a lot of things really well. Running back is not one of them.
I think,
and I love Seattle. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope Jadarian Price comes in here and looks like Bijan Robinson. I think there's a much better chance he's going to look like Brian Robinson.
Well, the good thing for Seattle is, though, that DJ Dallas may not make the roster for the Washington Commanders. So who is
you never know.
Who's he with? It wasn't Washington.
No,
it was Jacksonville? Jacksonville,
yeah.
He may not make the roster for Jacksonville, so you could get him back.
Now,
maybe.
There's a really good question here from Gotham in the YouTube chat. He said, isn't 2 twos better than 1 and a 4? Not for me.
No.
And not at running back. I want one bell cow and a guy that when he's about to die, I can put in for 2 snaps until we can hit him with a smelling salt to get him back out there. So I go ahead and tell you, the top of these, you're going to see a whole lot of Bijan Robinsons and Jameer Gibbses and Saquon Barkleys.
Absolutely. Having an elite running back is way better than not having one.
You can service with a committee.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, so like, I'm going to use Washington because it's the most – Washington and Jacksonville, to me, are the 2 most niche running back rooms in the league. I've got 3 guys that basically tip off what I'm doing every single time they're in the game. Rashad White can't run between the tackles.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pass down guy.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I see Rashad White come into a game, what do I immediately do?
They're passing.
The second he walks off the sideline, I'm going, this is pass. I can take a linebacker out right now, and guess what? If you decide to get cute and run it, I'm not scared of him. That bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you've got let me think of the room here. This is going to chap tank pretty good. When I have 3 running backs like Tampa does, that I don't think any of them are elite, Bucky Irving, Kenny Gainwell, Sean Tucker, I don't know exactly what you're doing when they got, because those aren't individualized running backs.
No.
Is Sean Tucker better between the tackles? Yes. Is Kenny Gainwell a better pass catcher? Yes. Is Bucky Irving the more all-around guy? Yeah.
Yes.
But they can all do all of those things to a serviceable level.
Mm-hmm.
Rashad White can't run between the tackles to save his life. So that's how, in terms of room, that was a really good question by Steven. That's how I got here, is I prioritize the 1. The rest of the room, how much flexibility do you give me?
Mm-hmm. 4 worst teams, 4 worst running backs in the league, or running back rooms in the league.
I feel like we should go one more just because there's one more that belongs in this tier.
Okay. Number 28.
The New York Football Giants. I understand you like Cam Scatterbo. I get it. You think what was the juggernaut?
Yeah.
Oh, he just runs. Yeah, but the problem is he averaged like 3.6 yards a carry. That's not good. That's not good at football. Tyrone Tracy, also not good at football. Decent enough too, but Cam Scatterbo's not a legit one. Scatterbo averaged 4.1 yards a carry, but that's Devin Singletary's at 3.7.
But they're like the 5th best team in the league last year at running the football.
Yeah. And
it got brought up during Washington, so I figured I'd bring it up during New York.
That's one of those that look at how many carries they had. That does tend to help. The Giants were at 129.1. Look how many attempts they had. So you said, they were one of the best. Washington was like 8th in attempts. The Giants were 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
The only team in the NFL that rushed more than the New York Giants last year was the Buffalo Bills.
And why
the difference? The Bills averaged 5 yards a carry. The Giants averaged 4.3.
Mm-hmm. And why'd that happen? Because Malik Neighbors got hurt. They didn't have their number 1 wide receiver all year last year. Oh yeah, their quarterback got hurt too.
And your franchise quarterback that took the first round is a running quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So you even have the benefit of a quarterback that can keep you on your heels, and he still averaged 4.1 yards a carry. Cam Scatterbo's a 2, and I will die on this hill. I genuinely think the New York Giants will regret not taking Jeremiah Love or not having the ability to take Jeremiah Love because he wasn't there for him.
Right.
That'll be one of those that I think haunts them for a long time.
You are in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Power Rankings Tuesday continues, talking running back rooms for 2026. Next.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
If you run a business and need to get your message to your next customers fast, nothing is faster than audio with iHeart. Let us help you reach the audience you need to grow your business at the speed of sound at iHeartAdvertising.com.
The biggest FIFA World Cup ever has started.
The most goals the United States have ever scored in a World Cup game.
The only place to hear the action for free is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
Don't miss Team USA's next match Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern against Australia.
The world is listening. Are you?
The Atlanta Braves are rocking into the 2026 season. When lights are on, the Braves are on. Asheville's Real Rock. Rock 105.1. Brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. Talk to someone if you're struggling with mental health, because most people out here really care. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Take all of this, burn it, okay? Gasoline, kerosene, either one. Burn it.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app, and you can follow us everywhere on the socials at the Sportsocracy. Power Rankings Tuesday. Talking running back rooms in the NFL. New York Giants, Seattle Seahawks, Carolina Panthers, Washington Commanders, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's your bottom 5 running back rooms.
Not good, but good. What is good?
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple super chats to get to in our YouTube chat.
I love money.
Show me the money,
The money, money. Show me the money.
Jets Cade Klubnik says, when does the sports book sign Brandon Sorsby? See, that's
I don't think he does.
I wouldn't be shocked if he did. I wouldn't be shocked if he did. One of the best ways of advertising is self-deprecation.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of these smaller, tiny books, I wouldn't be shocked if the call's already been made.
Maybe so.
He might not do it because of the aesthetic of it.
I'd 100% not. No way. No way. I can't bring myself to do that after I've already claimed it's an illness thing. Or like I've gone out in front of everybody and said, I had to go to rehab and it's an illness and blah, blah, blah. You can't take that stance and then turn around and promote it later in your life.
By the way, that was also why I said I think you took a massive misstep here doing that.
Sure. No doubt about it. But, I mean, he could. It's not gonna go the way he wants it to. Because there'll be a lot of people like me that go, nope, not going to do it.
Business acumen is grossly underrated. Hey, kids, when you go to school, take a business class.
Once you've lied to me, I'm not going to believe anything you say again.
Look, Colin Cowherd said this earlier today, that, kids are impulsive. Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're 100% impulsive. There's a reason you can't be diagnosed as an alcoholic until you're 25 years old. And there's a reason for that. So when your brain's fully formed, then we kind of see what you are. I don't know what Brandon Sorsby is.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of stupid things when I was 21, 22 years old.
Yeah.
Not nearly as stupid at 39 as I was at 22.
That was very true. We got another one?
We do.
All right.
It's from Sir Timothy, who said, we're doing a car show Saturday, 11 to 2, 801 Fairview Road in Asheville, raising money for a nonprofit for combat veterans. Family-friendly, live music, be there or pull for Cleveland.
Very nice.
I'm curious why the Cowboy fans didn't say or pull for Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, Cleveland was a good shot.
That was a very good shot.
Sorry, Mike.
Yes. So 801 Fairview Road. This is
let's see, Advanced.
This is over at the Advanced Biltmore Church.
Yes.
The Little Caesars Pizza, the Sona Pharmacy.
Don't talk about
that's.
Little Caesars.
I'm sorry, I forgot you were still dieting.
Bread. Yeah, I can't have bread, and I'm telling you,
that's his weakness.
Little Caesars is starting to call to me.
Mm-hmm.
I drive by it sometimes on my way home, and it's like, you want to.
So it's Meineke.
Yes, I do.
Meineke is the one that's over there. In the Oakley Plaza on Fairview Road. 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. Go
Plaza
support.
or Plaza?
Plaza? I mean, I'm not British, so Plaza.
It's in the plaza.
In the plaza, exactly. Yeah, I'm not foreign. I'm from here, and we say it Plaza.
Go down to the plaza.
You meet me at the plaza, and we going to get all the stuff we need.
Get us grits and cornbread down at the plaza.
At the former Babies R Us, that's now a church. I'll just never forget it.
That is a true statement.
That is an absolutely true statement. Yeah, so go down to 801 Fairview Road, 11 o'clock on Saturday. Support Meals. What is it? It's not Meals on Wheels. Wheels for Meals?
Wheels for Meals.
Wheels for Meals. There you go. Support those guys this weekend. And we appreciate everything that you do for our community, Jimothy.
For sure. He's a good one.
Absolutely. He's a good one. We're talking running back rooms on this Power Rankings Tuesday. We're
not to the Goodman tier yet.
No, not yet. Do we want to do one before the break here, or do we want to take the break and then get back into the list? Do you have like 6 that you need to group together here?
Yeah, I got 4.
Okay, then we need to take the break and then do the list.
Do we? Or could we just do these 4? Because I really don't want to talk them all that much.
Just go ahead and knock them out. All right, here we go. Number 27.
The Houston Texans.
Number 26.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
25.
The Tennessee Titans.
And 24.
The Minnesota Vikings. You all have one thing in common. you have a number one running back that can be good, but I don't trust it all that much.
Do you have a number one running back? Do they all have a number one running
David
back?
Montgomery, Rico Dowdle, Tony Pollard, Aaron Jones.
Okay, you put Rico in that spot and not Jalen. Okay.
Yes, Rico's the one. Because Jalen's the two. That's the way that makes sense. It's the way it makes sense in my brain. If they don't do it that way, that's a Mike McCarthy problem. I firmly believe nobody other than Dave Canales and Arthur Smith can look at Rico Dowdle and go, he should not play ahead of Jalen Warren.
Mm-hmm. So we're Houston, Pittsburgh,
Tennessee, Minnesota. You're fine. That is an individual tier of it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you have a real honest-to-God one. All of your ones should probably be twos. I think Rico's the best of the bunch. But even then, you ask, why across two opportunities has it not gone better than it has? So there's questions, I guess is the best way to put that.
Mm-hmm.
I look at David Montgomery the same way. David Montgomery's an athletic freak. Why has he been the two in Detroit for 3 years? Why was he not all that successful with the Chicago Bears? I've seen you as a lead back.
I was going to say, wasn't he the two with Chicago as well?
Not really. No, he was the one.
Okay.
Not a very effective one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what gives me pause. And then I look behind that and go, Woody Marks, British Brooks. That's not really doing much for me.
Mm-mm. No.
Sounds like two Toy Story characters. Woody Marks and British Brooks.
I never thought of that before, but it does.
And now you'll never think of it any other way.
Now I can't unthink it. And then Minnesota on that list as well with Aaron Jones and Mason.
Jordan Mason.
Yeah. It's fine, but at some point you have to take that next step and you have to go, it's time for the new era. And you probably should have done that already.
Well, Aaron Jones just lives hurt. I mean, and so he's effective until he's not. And it just seems like he's always nursing something. He only played 12 games last year. Yeah, and Jordan Mason he's really productive in a small sample size. My question is, why has he never gotten the opportunity to have a bigger sample size?
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like every year when we get to fantasy football, we talk about him.
Well, nobody talked.
If he ever gets the shot.
I was going to say, nobody talked about him until the year after he filled in for Christian McCaffrey in San Francisco and went completely nanners for, 2 or 3 weeks. He was the fantasy football darling of that season, or at least that portion of that season. When was that, 24?
Yes.
23?
24.
Okay.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Just, ask yourself this question about Jordan Mason. He's been in the league 4 years. He averages 5.1 yards a carry. He's never had more than 159 carries in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Make that make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's because every coach he's ever had knows that he can't hold up to a bigger workload. He's a bigger running back. He's 230 pounds.
Yep.
He's just not going to hold up to it.
No. And your do-everything running back is 31 years old and doesn't stay healthy. It's a big problem. Big problem. All right, we'll pick it back up with number 23 in the running back room power rankings here on a Power Rankings Tuesday in the Sportsocracy. Next.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Best advice right now is expect some wet weather later in the week. The question is going to be how much and will we have a flood risk? The chances there with our tropical disturbance in the Gulf heading potentially this way. A couple of good days coming up, partly sunny today to mostly sunny tomorrow. Today 80, tomorrow into the upper 80s. And as we get into Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and Friday, we could start hooking up with some of that moisture coming in from the west and southwest. From the Weather Channel, Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. At some point, body pain may creep in and become your reality that day. But Aleve is here to keep you moving. One pill gives you up to 12 hours of body pain relief. So don't let pain hold you back. Try Aleve today. Use as directed.
Carolina Complete Health. We are here for your health. HereForYourHealthNC.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
As the U.S. prepares for its next match, midfielder Tyler Adams says they're getting bonding time off the field.
Whether it's watching the World Cup game, whether it's watching Stanley Cup, whether it's watching NBA Finals,
It's a great moment for sports right now, just in general. And it's a great moment for our team just to be able to spend time with each other.
The U.S. meets Australia Friday. Meanwhile, Lionel Messi and Argentina will start their repeat quest tonight against Algeria.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Carolina Complete Health. From Charlotte and Greensboro to Raleigh, Durham, Asheville, and Wilmington, we're here for communities across North Carolina, connecting you to the care you need. We are here for your health. Visit hereforyourhealthnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do, and we know that you would do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Back in the Sportsocracy, welcome in Power Rankings Tuesday. On this edition of a Power Rankings Tuesday, we're talking about the running backs.
Feeling good today.
We should.
Feeling good today. We got a show back. Thought we were preempted tomorrow. We're not.
We're not.
So we will be here.
That's right.
Very excited about that. And we will still not be here on Friday.
Mm-hmm. They didn't take that day away.
But I have a funny feeling you might see us
maybe
on Friday. Maybe at a place that's not here. That maybe we'll have a big cup.
That's Saturday.
I know. You think I'm driving down there at 7 o'clock in the morning? Bro, this is not your first day. You did not just fall off the turnip truck.
We're talking about the worst running back rooms in the league, because we always start at the bottom. We're up to number 23.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. Javonte Williams.
I like Javonte.
And then Jaden Blue.
You beat me to it. I was going to go.
There's no depth there. And that is what really kills you. Not that Javonte stands alone by himself all that well, but
Javonte's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a legit starter in the league.
Sure.
If Javonte Williams gets abducted by space aliens, Dak Prescott will throw for 6,500 yards this year.
You sure they're not going to turn it over to Israel Abanaconda?
Oh, you mean the guy the Jets looked at and went, we're good?
Phil Maffa?
Malik Davis.
Ooh. Yeah. Javonte had a nice little resurrection season last year.
1,200 yards. He's ninth in the league.
But when that's your only one, the
liability is just so high, especially with a guy that has an injury history like that.
Yes.
I mean, if he had been kept in mothballs, they wouldn't be that much higher than this.
Mm-hmm.
But you take into the fact he's had 2 really significant injuries. It always blows my mind when I look at a roster like that and go, how do you have nothing behind that?
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago, we had one of the great running back bonanzas of all time, and you got Jaden Blue out of it. How far did you do that?
That's all right. They're the running back that they drafted before that was Deuce Vaughn. So seems to be what they do down there. At number 22.
The Chicago Bears. I get it.
This one feels low, but
how does it feel low?
I don't know.
How does it feel low?
Because I'm doing that thing that everybody else do. But they were the number 3 rushing attack in all of football last year.
Are any of the running backs actually good?
I mean, Kyle Monaghan's not terrible. DeAndre Swift, I've always liked him better than you did.
It'd be hard to not like him better than I do. His ex-wife might like him better than I do.
It's quite possible.
I've never seen it with DeAndre Swift. There's just no consistency to him whatsoever, and the backup's Kyle Monaghan. It worked.
Mm-hmm.
And just because a Miata got you to work doesn't mean it's a fine piece of machinery. I'm just waiting on it to let me down, leave you stranded on the side of the road. Kevin, I'm going to need you to read that.
Lord.
Oh, no, it's so good. I don't have any idea if we can read that or not, but it's so good.
That's good. It is good.
I don't know how to read that, but I feel like I have to.
Well, let's just find out if we get in trouble.
Show me the money. Show me the money.
I think if you read it backwards, you're fine.
It's a Shanahan-ananism.
It's all he's doing is describing a job.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan got a job doing circumcisions on elephants. It was a terrible job.
Terrible, awful.
But the tips were huge. Question: 4 wide receivers, 4 wide receiver sets. Are they dead? The league looks like it's going 12 to 13 personnel. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Looks like a lot of teams are going to be planning on doing 12 and 13 and 22 personnel this year.
Kevin, by the way, how much would it cost for you to maybe sign on as a writer for this here program? Because just nail it every time you do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, 4 wide receiver sets. The funny thing is that I think the reason 4 wide receiver sets are kind of dying out is because teams figured out that, when we have 2 and 3 tight ends on the field, we can do a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find a team like the Chicago Bears, ironically enough, the team we're talking about right now. Yeah, your running back room's not great. They have 2 tight ends on the field all the time.
Yep.
So you get a running back like DeAndre Swift who's fast to the corner. Well, there's 3 linebackers on the field. So when he gets into space, there's not a whole lot of people that can stop him. And it's a brilliant way to go about it. Now, this is where I will use the caveat. My caveat to this is there are a lot of teams that are trying to do this that don't necessarily have 3 tight ends that make sense. So I think a lot of these teams are going to try it for a year and go, oh, yeah, that was dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we did that. I could literally – it wouldn't take both my hands to go, that's a team that's set up to do 13. The Bears are. The Jets are.
The Jets are? Who's your second tight end?
Mason Taylor.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And the third one's Jeremy Ruckert or Jelani Woods, depending on which one makes the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 3 completely different skill sets, and one of them's a pretty good blocker.
Okay.
I mean, there are more. That was just the two that came to the top of my head because I'm staring at the Bears depth chart right now going, how in the hell are you supposed to defend that?
The Raiders.
The Raiders don't really have a 3, but they do have they can run 12 all day.
Yep.
With the best of them. But, yeah, I mean, it's a really good point.
All right, at number 21 on the running back room power ranking.
Gary's got a good point. Defenses get smaller, offenses got bigger. Then the defenses will get bigger, and guess what the offenses will do? They'll look around and go,
smaller and faster.
Hey, there's a lot of receivers here. I bet we can do some fun stuff here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Woo!
I wanted to have this team higher, but Bucky Irving was just so bad last year.
Well,
I don't know that I've missed on a player that because I was all aboard the Bucky train.
Well, you really could not have predicted the amount of injury that occurred with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No, I don't think I could have predicted that Bucky Irving would somehow go from he was a top 10 running back in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He's 5.4 yards a carry to 3.4.
Mm-hmm.
3.4.
But that's what happens when you don't have an offensive line.
I don't care if you had Whip May and her 4 best friends as that offensive line. You should have still done better than 3.4 yards a carry. I don't care if you had the Lollipop Guild out in front of you. 3.4 is wild work. Now, the question is, who is he? Which one of these? He's been 2 completely different running backs in 2 years. Mm-hmm. If I look at what he was in year 1, I'm too low on Tampa Bay. If I look at what he was last year, I'm too high. I mean, Tampa Bay just feels like a damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Mm-hmm. And the ever-present Kenny Gainwell doesn't do a lot for you in my book.
I swear to you, this is an open call to all listeners. I don't care if you know the guy that walks his dog. I don't care if you know his neighbor. If you could get me a Bucko Bruce helmet signed by Kenny Gainwell, I will give you all the monies. I don't even care what it costs. Don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Just need it. Need it. And I need it to sit right behind Tank's head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's hard for a running back to gain any kind of ground when you don't have an offensive line.
Well, I mean, the funny thing with Kenny Gainwell is your hate of him. He's actually part of the reason that I have this running back room as high as I do.
Of course.
Because he's a nice safety net. He's not a bad running back.
I've never said he's a bad running back. I've said he's not worth $7 million a year. That's my big problem with Kenny Gainwell. He's a fine player. And like I said, my biggest fear with this team now is that Kenny Gainwell's going to do that same thing that Baker Mayfield's done. And he'll be just good enough where I can't really bitch about it, but I'm probably still going to find a way because that's what I do. Tampa Bay at 21. Who's at 20?
The Las Vegas Raiders. Somebody's going to gristle at this, and I'm going to laugh at you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love Mike Washington.
A gristle how? That this is too low?
Yes.
Well, they're stupid.
I don't know where the blind faith in Ashton Genty is one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what he did last year. And I get it. The offensive line's not good. The offensive line for a lot of running backs is not good.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you defending this? Is it just because you missed on him so badly?
Yes.
Ashton Genty last year averaged 3.7 yards a carry. 3.7, which is nanners. For a guy that was supposedly so good. He's a between-the-tackles runner that runs completely upright, and he doesn't run outside the tackles all that well because he's not fast enough to get there. All the same things I told you when he went into the NFL draft.
Yep.
If you put him on the wrong team, it's not going to go well.
Mm-hmm. And they got Mike Washington Jr. in the draft to back him up. We still have Dylan Lobby.
I love Dylan Lobby.
Mm-hmm.
I once hugged his dad and his mom. It's a fun day.
Mm-hmm.
There's just not much there.
No.
Like Washington will be a receiving back in year 1. The bulk of that tote is going to be to Kenny. Is going to be to. Sorry, I got Kenny Gainwell in the brain now. Ashton Genty,
mm-hmm.
and I don't think he's that good. I never thought he was that good. And I don't think it's going to get all that much better this year.
Number 19.
The New England Patriots. You know I'm not a huge Ramondre guy. He's fine. He's a nice utility piece.
Mm-hmm.
The one I'm stuck on is what exactly is Travion Henderson? Because from week to week, he looked like a different guy. I also can't figure out why he was just completely forgotten at times. Because he was good at times. And I don't know what to do with him this year. Do you?
I mean, he's the one there for me. And
he's no doubt the one because Ramondre's just limited because he's big and he's slow. But he's a really good pass catcher. He's not a bad blocker, and he can run between the tackles. So he's a short yardage guy. He's Natron Means with better hands.
Yes.
But now here's my problem. Do you see the team that's next on the list? Give me the number.
Number 18.
The Cleveland Browns. You tell me you wouldn't take Quinshon Judkins over Travion Henderson?
Probably.
Because I would. I would, definitively.
Definitively?
Definitively.
Okay.
Travion strikes me as he's going to be a home run hitter that can't – he needs the Ramondre. I'm not sure Quinshon Judkins needs anything. He just needs the ball.
Okay.
Just get him the ball. And I get it. He didn't average – he was at 3.6 just like Ashton Jeanty. He was actually a hair behind Ashton Jeanty. That team gave you absolutely nothing passing the ball. So, they saw 8-man boxes a lot. But I saw pop in Quinshon Judkins that was impressive, and he can run between the tackles.
Yeah.
I was curious to see if I was on it.
I see them as pretty much equals. I have since they were in college.
They're very different, but they're pretty close.
Talent-wise, I think they're pretty equal. And I got no problem with you putting them here side by side. I think it's perfect.
I couldn't get them away from each other.
Right.
But the difference was that, for me, I like Dylan Sampson. I like Raheem Sanders. I think the running game will be better this year, if for nothing else, because you hired a guy that's showing a proclivity to run the ball.
Right.
And so you've got 3, whereas I see New England having 2.
All right, and number 17.
The Denver Broncos. I couldn't get Denver. Denver lived, as I was building this list, between 15 and 18, and they buoyed back and forth. And there's one very simple reason why. I really like J.K. Dobbins. I don't trust him to stay healthy at all.
You can't. How can you?
And if you've got to take that into account, if we guaranteed health, I would like it better. I like Jonah Coleman. You know that. I don't know what R.J. Harvey is. He was another one that was at 3.7 yards a carry. And my problem with Harvey is you look at every other running back on that team, they were wildly more successful than him. So I don't know what he is.
I think he's the home run hitter that you got on Wish. And that's not an overall indictment of his career. It's been a year.
No doubt. I'm not saying he can't get better, but you say he's a home run hitter. He had 3 runs over 35 yards. Didn't have another one over 15. That's not just a home run. That's I'm gonna challenge my old baseball knowledge here.
What is this?
That's what was his? There was a guy. He was first baseman for the Orioles. Hit like a billion home runs, but he struck out. Like
Chris Davis.
Chris Davis. That's
Old
Chris
Crash.
Davis.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, you home run or strike out. There is no in between.
No doubt. No doubt about it. And I think that can get better in time. But as it currently sits right now, you have a starting running back that has health issues, health concerns. And you have this other guy who he can be good every now and then, but there's going to be some inconsistency.
You know what bothers me the most about R.J. Harvey? The bigger the workload got, the less consistent he got. I think he is one of those guys that just needs 8 to 10 carries a game. That's where he's at because that's where he's going to be. You keep his legs fresh, you wear down a defense, and he can pop a big one on you. But he needs J.K. Dobbins to do that. So all of this is hinging on a knee that I don't trust. Is this room more – now, there's another caveat.
Plus, he just had surgery. Do you care about that? R.J. Harvey just had surgery apparently to repair a torn labrum in his shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys clean things up in the offseason. It doesn't bother me all that much. The thing that what I will say is, can Jonah Coleman, who I liked, can Jonah Coleman be the guy that backs up J.K. Dobbins? So if something happens to Dobbins, does Coleman get the one work and Harvey can stay in that role? Because if that's the case, then I like this running back room a little bit better than I have. It probably wouldn't have gone up more than a spot or two. But that is a question. Because it did dip off when J.K. Dobbins wasn't on the field. It was just obvious as all get out.
Right.
He is a good running back, though.
Yep.
A very good running back.
He is. All right, that's the bottom half of the league.
We made it to 16 in 1 hour. Boys and girls, that's half the league. If you've been around for power rankings weeks, that doesn't happen very often.
That's right.
Usually we're about 22 right now going, uh-oh.
Uh-oh, we're going to speed it up.
Uh-oh.
We got the next 16 running back rooms in the NFL ranked for 2026 when we come back.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Best advice right now is expect some wet weather later in the week. The question is going to be how much and will we have a flood risk? The chances there with our tropical disturbance in the Gulf heading potentially this way. A couple of good days coming up, partly sunny today to mostly sunny tomorrow. Today, 80, tomorrow into the upper 80s. And as we get into Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and Friday, we could start hooking up with some of that moisture coming in from the west and southwest. From the Weather Channel, Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America, sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026, dedicated to offering solutions to help businesses meet their goals locally and globally. More at bankofamerica.com/gamechangers. That's bankofamerica.com/gamechangers.
America is turning 250, and iHeartRadio is celebrating with $250,000 in cash. Weekdays through July 4th. Listen for your chance to win $2,500, so you can take the ultimate American getaway.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Incredible service, honest communication, trusted accountability. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
When morning has broken, along with the news, start with the facts and a laugh. First News on 570 with Mark Starling and Tank Spencer. Now on 570 and 92.9 FM.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
ESPN Asheville.
Yeah.
WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons. By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app, and you can see us live, our pretty little faces right there on the YouTube screen. Just go to the sportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. That way you can join us in the chat, and you can get all the alerts of whenever we go live.
Just doing all the things.
And yeah, absolutely. It's a Power Rankings Tuesday, talking about running back rooms in the NFL for 2026. We have reached the midway point, which is, I feel like a feat for us because we're normally trying to jam at least 20 teams into the last hour of the program. So without any further ado, at number 16,
the Cincinnati Bengals.
Chase Brown. And
Chase Brown was real good then last year.
He was one of the best running backs in the league at the end of last year.
Samaje Perine not a bad backup.
Samaje is, yeah, sure. Sure.
Hey, which one would you rather have, Samaje Perine or Jaden Blue?
Yep, okay. Samaje. It's easy.
I can do this for quite some time.
Absolutely you can. The two in Cincinnati, the one may not be the best one, but the two is one. I would say he's one of the best twos in the league. Aside from that, I don't know either of those guys.
He's also Gary Brightwell.
Never heard of him. Is that Kenny Gainwell's brother? Is that
it's two different names, right?
And Taj Brooks. Is that British Brooks' brother? Is that how names work? Did we do that one right?
Taj Brooks is the big old boy out of Texas Tech. He's real short, but he's still a rectangle.
He's a thumper.
He's quite a wide rectangle.
Cincinnati belongs right here, middle of the league.
I tend to agree. This is where we start getting into you have a legit, honest to God one? Okay. That's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's good enough to keep you up because there's just not that many of them. I mean, I don't know if you figured that out as we were going through this.
Yes.
There's not a lot of premier running backs in this league.
No, this list was pretty easy to put together in my head because it went, okay, what teams don't have a one? Now what teams might have a one? Now what teams do have a one but might have a little backup? And then you got toward the top of the league that was like, you've got, there was one case where it was like, well, you have 4 possible starters. So,
yeah, you got to wait a minute to hear that, Tank. Because that one was, I said where I thought they should go, and Tank went, no. We backed off of it a little bit, and he went,
well,
maybe.
Well, if we are talking running back rooms,
Which is what we said.
That is a pretty snazzy room right there. Cincinnati at 16. Who's at 15?
The Green Bay Packers.
You give me Josh Jacobs and a whole bunch of question marks. He's even a question mark at this point.
See, this is where we start getting into so you have a one,
mm-hmm.
but what are the risk factors of your one, and then what does the room look like?
Mm-hmm.
Josh Jacobs is one of the I'm going to give you a Mad Lib here.
Okay.
Josh Jacobs is a top blank running back in this league.
12.
That was exactly the number I was going to say. It's always weird.
I don't want to say 10. 10 feels too high, but 15 feels too low.
That's exactly what you did is exactly what I did as we did this.
Yeah.
So I put him at 12, and then I found a handful of teams where I went, I like the backups way better there. And I think your running back's either better or close.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I got to Green Bay right here at 15. That feels exactly right to me.
Marshawn Lloyd is not a bad backup. I don't know much about the rest of them. I mean, Pierre Strong, I remember us talking about him coming out in the draft.
Pierre Strong is trying to set an NFL record of playing for every team in the NFL.
How many has he been with now?
About 42. You know who I guarantee you he played for? The Edmonton Elks.
He went to New England.
I hope he played for the Ontario Octopuses as well.
Then Cleveland.
By the way, CFL expansion right there. Nailed it for you. Ontario Octopuses.
It's octopi.
It's not octopi.
And then now he's with the Green Bay Packers. So, I mean, he's only been with 3 teams, although he has been in the league 3 years. So there's that.
By the way, the preferred and most commonly accepted plural of octopus is octopuses.
It's not.
It is. Mm-mm. It is. And octopi is technically a mistake based on its Latin roots.
It's
you
not
can argue with
accepted.
Google. Argue with Google.
I will.
You
Google,
think your
not
Mandela
accepted.
effect octopi and take it somewhere. It never happened.
The plural of octopus is octopuses. No, it's not. I'm not accepting that. So Google, you're lying. It's not accepted. Josh Jacobs and the Green Bay Packers coming in at 15.
This is where it started to get real hard for me.
All right, who's at 14?
The Los Angeles Rams. Because that thing I asked about Josh Jacobs, would you take Josh Jacobs over Kyron Williams? Because I would.
Oh, yes, I would.
And there's my problem. Josh Jacobs is locked in at 12. Okay, that means Kyron Williams has to be 13, 14, or 15.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I feel about Blake Corum.
He's Zach Charbonnet to you.
Ooh, that was a transitive property that I didn't see coming today. And it might be the smartest thing you've said all day. Because that's exactly right. I'm not saying he's bad. He's so whittle. I'll tell you a crazy stat about the Rams that I didn't know until we started going through this.
Mm-hmm.
The Los Angeles Rams rushed it 465 times last year.
Okay.
How many were carries by players not named Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, or Matthew Stafford?
38.
You're too high. It's 32.
Is it really?
They had 32 carries from anybody not named those 2 guys. Or 3 guys.
Well, when your next option is Ronnie Rivers.
He had 9 for 46 yards. That's the only 3 running backs that touch the ball.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. I don't need anybody
Sean
else to touch
McVay's
the
like,
ball.
I don't need depth.
No.
You ain't here for a long time. You're here for a good time.
Look, when Kyron's healthy, he's the guy.
Kyron Williams is a great NFL runner.
And I don't need I mean, as long as I have a decent backup, Blake Corum, then I don't need to worry about anybody else. I don't need to give anybody touches. I don't need to see what we've got. I know what we've got. Practice squad guys.
Can I ask you just a theoretical question on Kyron Williams, because I want to see if your thought process here was the same as mine.
Okay.
If you put Kyron Williams on a bad offense, how much of a hit does he take?
I don't think a whole lot.
I think it's a lot.
You do?
I do.
See,
I think the Rams make him. He doesn't make the Rams.
See, I don't know. I mean, I feel like Kyron Williams is good enough to be the lead back on a bad team.
I don't. No. I don't disagree with that. You're taking what I said too literally.
Okay.
He's been over an 1,100 yard back 3 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he could do that as the lead back for the Browns. I don't think that's how that would go.
Okay.
I think he is a system running, and that's fine. People will take that as a slight. It's not a slight. You found a coach that you fit perfectly, and you fit perfectly in that system. That's 95% of the league. I just don't think when I started getting into the higher echelon of running backs, it got easier and easier for me to drop him down because I'm looking at a guy like Josh Jacobs, which is the one we've been comparing him to.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Josh Jacobs work in multiple places. Doesn't necessarily matter how good the offense is. He's still a dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that Kyron Williams would be. He'd be fine. He'd be good even. I still don't think he would be great, which is what he is in L.A.
Yeah. Number 13.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Thank God you went out and got Kenny Walker.
For sure.
Or else
you'd
have been in the twos.
You were about 39 last year. So, yes, Kenny Walker is definitely an improvement. The question is, how big of an improvement is Kenny Walker?
I would say it's a significant improvement.
From where you were to where you are. The
Yes.
question is, how significant of an improvement is it from where you were to where you are in league standing? I mean, do you like Kenny Walker better than Kyron Williams? Because my answer is a definitive no.
No.
And then I look at what's back behind it. You got a lot of guys.
Mm-hmm.
I like Emmett Johnson a lot. I think Rashard Smith's a nice that passing work guy. Amari DeMarcado, nice veteran. So you've got a really full room. You got a definitive one, but I think he's about the 17th best running back in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And that sounds crazy until you start putting running backs in front of him and go, oh, that's a bunch of guys I can't have him in front of.
I think Kenneth Walker III was the best addition that Kansas City could make because now you don't have –
I can't agree with that at all. They could have had Breece Hall, and that would have been a significant
theoretically.
That would have cost you a draft pick plus the contract.
Right.
So, but they could have had him, and I know that definitively.
Okay. I'm just saying it's the best addition that you could have made to lift the room but not take
capital away.
Not take the shine away.
Sure.
Right, like you went out and got a running back who's a steady starter in this league. He's a reliable guy to put the ball in his hands. But it's also, if you forget that Kenneth Walker is not there for a day or for a game, nobody's going to bust you for it.
Yeah, because I think Emmett Johnson can fill in and be fine. I think DeMarcado can do the same thing. Rashard Smith can do the same thing.
But even if he's healthy, even if he's playing, and let's say, game script goes differently, I don't think you get hammered for, well, you only gave him the ball 12 times. I don't know that happens so much with Kenneth Walker as it would with maybe other running backs that you could have added through the process or through a trade or whatever. I think his personality fits this team really well as well.
I do too.
So I think it's going to work out for him. And again, thank God you got him, because if you didn't get him and you were sticking with Isaiah Pacheco, you'd have been back there in Carolina Panther land. Just hoping that you didn't wind up in the 30s.
Uh-huh.
At number 12.
The Los Angeles Chargers. You remember that thing I said last year when we went into the draft that Marion Hampton was going to be a better NFL running back than Ashton Genty?
Mm-hmm.
How out of your mind would you have to be to take Ashton Genty over him right now? After what you saw last year of those two running backs, how crazy would you have to be to not agree with what I said there?
Well, I mean, one of them did have a pretty significant injury.
Sure.
So if you took Ashton Gianti based on that, I don't think I could fault you too much.
I could, because one of them was good and one of them was not. And just because one of them only played 9 games doesn't change the fact that one of them was good and one of them was not. And Marion Hampton is 10 times the pass catcher that Ashton Genty is. He's 10 times the pass protector that Ashton Genty is. That means a lot. And then you go down the rabbit hole of the depth in that room. Keaton Mitchell, there's your home run hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Kamani Vidal. There's your, I want to say passing down work by guy, but that's
a utility guy.
Utility guy.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
Jared Patterson, in case of emergency, break glass. That's a complete room. For me, that's the first Kansas City was the first legit complete room. This is the first legit complete room with a team that I think your one can be a star.
Yeah.
Hampton was coming off an injury, and you had to kind of watch it throughout the course of the year. I mean, because his first game was – how late was it in the season? He got hurt early and then was gone for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch him towards the end of that season, and, yeah. That Giants game, yeah. You ate their lunchbox. I never saw Genty do that.
Mm-hmm.
And people remember the playoff game where he got hurt again. I don't care. I don't care. I think – I'm not a fantasy guy at this point in my career. I'm going to give you one solid piece of advice. Marion Hampton's going to fall too far, and you should have him on your teams.
Mm-hmm. Number 11.
The Baltimore Ravens.
But Derrick Henry still has that dog in him,
Derrick
doesn't he?
Henry's an absolute beast, freak of nature. But this is running back rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel good about what's back behind that?
No.
They're fine.
I haven't felt good about Justice Hill for 8 years.
Justice Hill has clung on.
If ever he gets a shot, I can't tell you how many times we've either heard that or said that over, I'm trying to look and see, how long has he been in the league? For
7 years?
7 years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this will be 7.
Can I tell you how I think this running back room goes? And it kind of made me want to have Baltimore higher, but I couldn't put him in front of any of the teams in front of him. I think Rasheen Ali's the guy.
Okay.
I think Rasheen Ali's the guy. Adam Randall will end up being the passing down work, converted receiver. Stephen Tao said I'd feel better if they had Keaton Mitchell instead.
Yep.
Me too.
Yep.
That's exactly where I'm at. He said, before this even started, he said, I'm already prepared to be upset about where Baltimore is. I don't think you can be upset about them right here. Because I think that's what makes sense. If you take in the age of Derrick Henry and the risk of the age with how thin the room is, I think this makes all the sense in the world. If Derrick Henry plays 17 games, yes, they're too low.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
If he plays 17 games, they're too low. It is hard.
And up to his capability.
It's hard for me to trust a guy that's going to be 33 years old at the end of this year and was just 4th in the NFL in carries. He's a Terminator. I get it. But at some point, it's going to stop.
Yeah.
I don't think it's this year, just to be clear. But there's nothing back behind him that I could prop him up on. I also have a weird feel, and you may call me crazy on this. I think that Baltimore offense is going to look different than what you think it is.
What do you mean?
I don't think it's going to be 310 carries from Derrick Henry. I think you're going to interchange some of these running backs. You're going to see more of Justice Hill than you thought. I think you're going to see way more of Adam Randall than you think.
Mm-hmm.
And Rasheen Ali was the winner of the Senior Bowl a handful of years ago when I was down there.
The question is, how many times can you play this game with Derrick Henry? How many times can we give him run like this?
You ever play craps?
Yeah.
You ain't good at it? It's a trick question because nobody's good at it.
I mean, it's just luck of the draw.
Bingo. How long can you play it? Until you can't. You know when you find out you can't? When you lose. It's why it's called craps.
5 seasons since 2019, Derrick Henry has had at least 300 carries.
Which is insane.
In a season. 5 times over that span. He also had a full season in 2023 where he touched it, where he carried it 280 times. The only season that he's been lower than that is when he missed 8 games back in 2021. And in that season, he had 219 carries in 8 games.
Which is nanners.
Do the math on that, and then you tell me what 2 times 219 is. That would have been how many he'd had if he'd had 16 games in that season.
So the new offensive coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens is Declan Doyle.
Yes.
It's a 30-year-old kid that was the OC for Ben Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I may be reading too much into this. It's entirely possible. But when I looked at how the Chicago Bears worked last year, with DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monaghan basically working as 1A, 1B, if you look at just those 2 names, you would not have thought that split would have been that way. Going into the season, we were laughing about it. There is nothing behind DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
I don't think Justice Hill has it. I think he's a nice 75, 85 carry for the year guy.
Okay.
Rasheen Ali is the one that I'm telling you, I think he's going to be Kyle Monagai this year. Because I think Ben Johnson rubbed off on Declan Doyle. And then now you've got a passing down back where Chicago didn't have that. Chicago didn't have a guy that was a real legit, honest-to-God passing down guy outside of DeAndre Swift. So they used him in that role and as the lead. I don't have to do that. I've got that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to split this up where I think Henry probably sees 250 touches. I think Rasheen Ali's going to be in that 130 to 140 range, and he'll be way better than you think. And Randall is the guy that has 30, 40, 50 catches.
Mm-hmm. It just completely cut out Justice Hill?
No, he's 6 carries a week.
Mm.
He's that guy that comes in occasionally.
Right.
He's sprinkled in.
Right. Derrick Henry and the Baltimore Ravens, number 11 in the 2026 NFL running back room power ranking.
We're to the top 10, and it's not going to take long for me to chap some keisters.
Stick with us here in the Sportsocracy.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
If you run a business and need to get your message to your next customers fast, nothing is faster than audio with iHeart. Let us help you grow your business at the speed of sound today at 844-844-iHeart.
It's the French Open, where every point is a battle on clay. I'd know. I competed there for decades. Join me, Renee Stubbs, on the Renee Stubbs Tennis Podcast for no-nonsense breakdowns of the biggest matches, the toughest players, and the moments that define Roland Garros.
Listen, Elena Rybakina is arguably the best player in the world right now, and I actually can win on any surface.
Search the Renee Stubbs Tennis Podcast on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Presented by Capital One, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports.
Now's your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Travel. That's travel. Enter it now.
Larissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at larissasellswnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
That's the way I feel when my team wins. And if I want to jump up and down when my team wins, and if I want to hug my players when they do good, I'm going to do it.
Oh, back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, it is Power Rankings Tuesday. It's a wonderful Tuesday. 75 degrees outside. Doesn't look like there's a cloud in the sky. It might be a pool day, Jeremy. We're going to the pool later?
Pool day's not a bad idea.
I know. I've been thinking about it all day. Like we did our first pool day of the summer on Saturday. A little crispy on the shoulders, so give it a couple of days, and maybe today's the day. Today might be the day to get back out there. We're doing the power rankings of the running back rooms across the NFL. We've made it to the top 10. And at number 10, Jeremy.
The Miami Dolphins.
Okay. I see what you did. Miami Dolphins, Devon Achane. I mean, I think he's a fine running back.
He's one of the best satellite players in the league.
Yes. Yes, he is.
You know what the problem with satellite players is?
What's that?
When you put a bunch of guys in the box. What's going to happen to this offense this year? One of the stupidest arguments that I've ever gotten in my life, and it took, 2 weeks on social media of, Devon Achane's definitely better than Breece Hall. Okay. You do understand you had two of the best deep threats in the NFL, right? When you have a guy that's really hard to tackle in space, and you have Tyreek Hill on one side and Jalen Waddle on the other side, what does that do?
It opens up the defense.
It opens it up.
Yeah.
Hey, what happens when you don't have either one of those guys?
Almost stacked a box.
What happened to him in 2024? Oh, you mean when he averaged 4.5 yards a carry, even with those guys still on the field, because I wasn't scared of Tua because he wasn't back there? That's where you're at now. Yes, in a perfect scenario, Devon Achane is one of the most difficult players in the NFL to get on the ground. That's not in debate. You know what else is not in debate? He's 5'9", $190. Would you like to list off the number of guys at that size that have ever been premier NFL running backs? Because in my head, it's one, and his name was Barry freaking Sanders. Devon Achane is not Barry Sanders.
No.
He's not close to Barry Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think because you've got this one guy on a team with a mediocre offensive line, no quarterback, and absolutely no weapons, sure, he's going to put up numbers. It doesn't mean he's going to be good. You got to take this fantasy football nonsense out of your head. Oh, he scored 4,000 points for my fantasy team. Okay, but was he effective? Was he effective in any discernible way outside of putting up yards? No. Down in, down out? No. He's a big play merchant, and that's great. There's an allure to that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the kid's not a good NFL football player. That's not my point. My point is you're getting just completely out of your mind on the fact this guy puts up a ton of yards. He does it at 75 yards a clip a lot. Now, let me ask you a question. This is a guy that in the course of his career has just on a precursory look over a dozen 30-plus yard gains as a running back. Do the math on that. 30 times a dozen, and a lot of them are significantly more than that, so I'm just setting a baseline here. 30 times a dozen is how many yards?
That's 360.
Yeah, it's 360. He has 3,000 yards in his career on 544 carries.
Mm-hmm.
He has 123 first downs on 544 carries. That doesn't sound bad, until you start projecting it out and go, oh, you're not doing that thing. Moving the chains like good NFL running backs do, because you can't consistently get 4 yards. You can get 4 inches or 40. That's what Devon Achane does. He's a big play merchant. It's the reason Ollie Gordon had a role. It's the reason Jalen Wright had a role, because in terms of getting him between the tackles, it's not that easy to do. And so when you compare him to another running back who can do all of those things, it's been on an absolutely god-awful offense his entire career, the comparison's not that hard to make unless you want it to end a certain way. Which is why we have the player at number 9.
Number 9!
The New York Football Jets! Yeah, I did it.
Uh-huh. Breece Hall, Braylon Allen. End of story. You don't have a 2, Miami. Sorry.
I would say Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen and Ollie Gordon to me are – I prefer Braylon, but he's coming off an injury.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's close. I think Breece Hall and Devon Achane's close because the big playability is still a big ability. Down in, down out, it's Breece Hall. I hate to tell you this because blocking is still a thing, and Devon Achane can't do it at all. I mean, legit one of the worst blocking backs in the NFL, to the point of Miami doesn't even try. They just swing him out there in the hopes he'll take a linebacker out there. The problem is that works when you have Tua, who could get the ball out quickly over the course of the 3 years Devon Achane's been here. Malik Willis doesn't do that. I'm telling you, this is not going to go as well as you think. He might rush for 1,400 yards, and this still be a bad running team. There's going to be some RPO to it because Malik Willis can move. He has a lot of benefits that Breece Hall doesn't, and Breece Hall still averages 4.5 yards a carry with no quarterback whatsoever. The shade on him is some of the stupidest social media content I've ever seen in my life. If Breece Hall was the lead running back of the Kansas City Chiefs right now, how many yards do you think he would run for in a year?
A bunch.
If you do a body comparison and a production comparison, do you know who the closest comp in the NFL is to Breece Hall?
Who's that?
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
It's James Cook on Devon Achane.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see the difference in those two? Because there is one. It's not huge, and I never said it was huge. If you want to argue it, you can keep arguing it. If I'm building a football team, it's Breece Hall over Devon Achane, and then you get to the guys back behind that, and I would take the Jets over that.
Yeah.
They're close. They're one spot, 9 and 10. But we argued this for weeks on social media, and it blew my mind, the hubris of Miami Dolphin fans after 1,000-yard year. One.
Mm-hmm.
He had never been that guy before.
Mm-hmm.
Not once. And Breece Hall's never been that guy before because he's been hurt and on a terrible team. Stephen Towle, he nailed it. People all assume that just all Jet players are bad because they have been awful offensively. It's exactly right. It's the reason nobody talks about Garrett Wilson in the top 15 of NFL wide receivers, and nobody talks about Breece Hall in the top 10 of running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? They both are.
Mm-hmm.
They both are, and you can ask any NFL person that's not wearing Jets merchandise right now, and they'll tell you the exact same thing.
It's one of the reasons I was supremely shocked that Breece Hall did not get moved this offseason. With as much talk as there was about the Kansas City Chiefs being in on Breece Hall, I was shocked that it didn't happen. Oh, I know they did. And in the end they just weren't willing to give up a 2 to get up there to get him?
The Jets wanted 2 and then some. That's why they paid him. They know how good this guy is. He's been in the room. I know exactly how good he is.
Mm-hmm.
The quarterbacks he's been with are Zach Wilson and Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor. It's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst quarterback group over the last 4 years in the NFL in a league with the Cleveland Browns.
Hey, at least you get Geno Smith this year.
Which will be an improvement. And I'll be honest with you, with that line, especially now that they firmed up Joe Tippmann, I want all the Breece Hall I can get.
Mm-hmm.
You take your Devon Achane and enjoy your 50-point weeks. And I'm talking about it from a strictly fantasy football perspective now. You enjoy those 50-point weeks out of Devon Achane. You also enjoy the 4s because they're there too.
Yep.
That's what nobody ever wants to talk about with him.
Congratulations again to Joe Pittman or
Joe
Tittman. Excuse me, not Pittman. Tittman. That was mine. Anyway, he got 4 years, $62 million,
and he deserved every cent of it. It's one of the most underrated players in the league.
Sure.
S-Pop said, don't forget Isaiah Davis. That's actually a really good point because Isaiah Davis, I didn't love him when they drafted him. There's merit to him, too.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the 3.
New York Jets coming in at number 9, one spot ahead of the Miami Dolphins and Devin Achane.
We apologize for having to elaborate on that so long. Our social media would tell you apparently that really needed to be explained.
Yes.
Because there were a whole lot of grammatically incorrect comments that said that needed to be explained.
You are in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, the top 8 running back rooms for 2026 when we come back.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Best advice right now is expect some wet weather later in the week. The question is going to be how much and will we have a flood risk? The chance is there with our tropical disturbance in the Gulf heading potentially this way. A couple of good days coming up, partly sunny today to mostly sunny tomorrow. Today, 80, tomorrow into the upper 80s. And as we get into Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and Friday, we could start hooking up with some of that moisture coming in from the west and southwest. From the Weather Channel, Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Dang, I forgot the wakeboard. How am I supposed to enjoy myself without my favorite water activity? I mean, sure, we could still go tubing, fishing, or even just relax on a floaty, but without the wakeboard, what's the point?
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
Carolina Complete Health. We are here for your health. HereForYourHealthNC.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
As the U.S. prepares for its next match, midfielder Tyler Adams says they're getting bonding time off the field.
Whether it's watching the World Cup game, whether it's watching Stanley Cup, whether it's watching NBA Finals, it's a great moment for sports right now, just in general. And it's a great moment for our team just to be able to spend time with each other.
The U.S. meets Australia Friday. Meanwhile, Lionel Messi and Argentina will start their repeat quest tonight against Algeria.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Carolina Complete Health. From Charlotte and Greensboro to Raleigh, Durham, Asheville, and Wilmington. We're here for communities across North Carolina, connecting you to the care you need. We are here for your health. Visit HereForYourHealthNC.com.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Sportsocracy.
One thing that you're going to have to remember, one most important factor, is to protect your quarterback, me.
We're back in the Sportsocracy. Welcome in. Well, if you're just here now, then you missed a bunch of the show. So you're going to want to go back and check it out on the podcast or check it out on the YouTube channel, whichever. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday, and we are down to the top 8 running back rooms for the NFL in 2026. Number 8.
It would help if I had the list up.
Yes, it would.
The Indianapolis Colts.
Jonathan Taylor, I mean, he sets a franchise all in and of himself.
No doubt. He's real good at football. The problem is, could you name another running back on that team? DJ Giddens.
Joseph Adai.
Nope, he's been gone for a minute.
He's not there anymore? Oh, shoot. Well, whatever will they do?
Marshall Faulk. Edgerrin James.
Nope.
Oh, shoot.
Nope. Missed it by that much. DJ Giddens, Ulysses Bentley IV.
Mississippi State guy.
Which, I mean, that is one of the finest names in the NFL.
No doubt.
And then Seth McGowan.
Who could be good, but he's a rookie.
We're not going to ask him to be good this year.
Look, Indianapolis has an elite number one true honest-to-God running back. But you don't have anything else. So that's how you wind up at 8.
Yep.
I think Indianapolis might be the most self-explanatory team in the NFL.
At number 7.
And they need to be because we had the self-explanatory the Dolphins and the Jets for 9 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Do better. The San Francisco 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey. And then we move on.
He's kind of the same as the Indianapolis Colts.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you did the same thing I did. I looked at, would I take Taylor or McCaffrey? It's McCaffrey. It's close. Even with the injury risk. And then the rest of it, yep.
Doesn't matter.
Don't care because none of you are any good.
No. Jordan James, I mean, Kalen Black's okay.
Kalen Black's fine. My question is, why exactly did you need to take him at the top 100 picks? That was the number one guy that went in the top 100 that I just went, are you sure?
Remember.
John Lynch is the one making the picks.
John Lynch is not good at this. We've decided that. Dijon Stribling at the first pick of the second round.
Who I liked, but
I did too as a third-round pick. It didn't make any sense why you went, oh, yeah, we're going to do that before we do Denzel Boston. I mean, I get that you already had Mike Evans at that point, but still, just based on talent alone, I would not have pulled the trigger on Dijon Stribling at the second pick or the first pick of the second round.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
It was. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey, not much else really there to talk about with San Francisco, but Christian McCaffrey still good enough at the ripe old age of 39. How old is he? Oh, he's only 30. Wow, Look at that. I mean, his body's definitely 39. Number 6.
The Buffalo Bills. Now we're getting into, there's actually running backs in this room. I mean, James Cook, I would take McCaffrey or Taylor over James Cook. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
I would take probably the 3 other running backs on the Bills roster ahead of anything on either of those 2 teams.
No doubt. I mean, I'm not real sure about Frank Gore Jr., but sure.
Frank Gore Jr. would probably be the 3 at worst in Indy or San Francisco.
You're probably right.
He's the 4 in Buffalo.
Yes. Yeah. Ty Johnson, Ray Davis don't do a whole lot for you, but
but they're nice complementary pieces to keep some of the workload off of James Cook.
But James Cook, I mean, he's a dog. What can I say about him? He is that guy.
Led the league in rushing last year.
Absolutely. There's a lot of questions of whether or not James Cook would be that guy when he came into the league, and he should have answered that question.
Not from us, there wasn't. No. I think we said it about 10,000 times.
Absolutely.
James Cook was one of our great hits. And, I mean, I think James Cook is in that elite running back tier.
Yes. No doubt about it.
And then you just look at the depth. I mean, Ty Johnson, is he special?
Mm-hmm.
No. Is he a nice 40-yard-a-carry backup running back? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Ray Davis, he's a 4.5 yard per carry backup running back. I don't need you to run it 140 times. I need you to run it 70.
Mm-hmm. At number 5.
I think this one's going to be surprising to people. The New Orleans Saints.
Why would that be surprising? I mean, if you've been keeping up with the times, then you know that they just added Travis Etienne to Alvin Kamara.
Not calling him A-Chain.
No, old Etienne. Those two, I mean, that's a hell of a 1-2 punch. Even despite the fact that Alvin Kamara is past his prime.
His former self.
Yeah.
They've also got Devin Neal and Kendre Miller, who I don't know if you've thought about this. Those two would be the backup running backs for half of the teams we've done in this league.
Yep.
You know I liked Devin Neal coming out.
If the Indianapolis Colts had Devin Neal as their backup, they would be higher on this list.
Agreed. Same thing with Kendre Miller, even though he hasn't played a ton.
And San Francisco. Give Kendre Miller to San Francisco, and we're probably talking about New Orleans right here.
The thing with New Orleans is that now I don't know, and this has been one of the great mysteries of the offseason, what is going to happen with Alvin Kamara? He showed up at OTAs, and they were dumbfounded.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going to happen with him. He'll be 31 years old in a month. He hasn't been the same guy over the last definitely over the last year. Tell you a funny stat about Alvin Kamara that you may or may not know.
Okay.
You know, he's never had a 1,000-yard rushing season. That blows my mind to think about.
That seems odd, but
he's also never had over 240 carries.
As I say, consider how much he does in the passing game, right? That's really where he makes his hay.
It's 600. I mean, that's the way this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Etienne, to me, is the one.
Mm-hmm.
Kamara's going to be on this team because they've made it very clear. Look, when a team tells you what they are, you should probably listen. Because Devin Neal, when we were talking about him being the backup on some of these other teams, and same thing with Kendre Miller, you know what they're better as? The 3, the 4.
Mm-hmm.
This team's going to run. They're going to run to set up the pass. That's why they prioritize Travis Etienne as one of the first real big-ticket free agent pickups they've had in years.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling you what they're going to do. And so the mystery of Kamara, to me, is not that big of a mystery. He had 131 carries last year in 11 games. He's also never played 17 games in a season, which is mind-boggling to me.
Not really. I mean, he's always been a guy who's a little dinged up here and there, and he may miss a week, but then he'll be right back, and who knows? Because between the rushing and the receiving, I mean, he's a 1,500-yard a year back.
And Tay had a really good point in the YouTube chat. It's also why they signed David Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, just think about that. You went big-ticket item on 2 players, one of the best guards in this free agent class, and with the best running back in this free agent class. You can debate whether it's him or Kenny Walker. I'm not going to argue at either side.
Right.
What does that tell you? You're going to use Olave as the deep threat. You added Tyson to improve the passing game all around. You still got Vele. You still got Juwan Johnson. So just look at the opportunities you're going to have from Etienne and Kamara. I couldn't stop pushing them up. I got to 5 and went, that feels too high. But I just kept looking at the list going, it's not.
It's not. It's not. When you have 2 really good ones, and you can say what you want to about Alvin and his advanced age, but he's still a really good running back in this league.
And he's going to be really good threat as a pass catcher.
Oh, no doubt. I'm terrified. As a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, I am terrified if they start trying to run like 22 personnel and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. Glad that's not my call to make. At number 4, the 2026 running back rankings,
the Detroit Lions.
You lose David Montgomery. You replace him with Isaiah Pacheco.
I think it's going to go very similarly.
I agree. Because you got Jahmyr Gibbs. And Jahmyr Gibbs is as close to Bijan Robinson as you can come.
I think that the 4 teams left have the 4 best running backs in the NFL. And, yes, one of those you're going to go, 4? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good I think he can be. Jahmyr Gibbs is an absolute dog. And an insane weapon because of what he can do in the passing game. My fear with Jahmyr Gibbs was always he was going to be more of a passing down back. So when they took him that high, that was what was so strange to me. Well, he's wound up being the passing down guy. 77 catches, 616 yards last year. He also rushed for 1,223 on 243 carries.
Mm-hmm.
David Montgomery, yeah, that is a substantial role for a backup quarterback. I think Pacheco can do it. Maybe not as well, and maybe the carries is going to be 270 for Gibbs, and he winds up with 75 receptions.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to look strikingly similar to what it's been in the past, even if Pacheco was a little bit of a downgrade from David Montgomery.
Yeah, and it's a shot. We're taking a shot that Isaiah is going to be as effective. And if not, we have him and Sione Vaki, who I still contend is good. He's a good football player. He's just not special. There's nothing really special as a running back about Sione Vaki. But
no, but he's a nice utility piece. I'm gonna use that word you used earlier. Utility piece.
Yeah. But I mean, if the David Montgomery role is not completely filled by Isaiah Pacheco, Shoney's right there, and it's a good little room that they put together. Number 3,
the Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon Barkley's still a dog.
Yep.
I don't care how poorly it went last year. He's still a dog.
Mm-hmm. God forbid he gets injured or anything, misses time for any reason. But I think Tank Bigsby is one of the best backups in the league.
I don't know if I can go one of – I probably could. Depends on what one of the constitutes.
Is he in the class of Samaje Perine?
Yes.
There you go. He's one of the best backups in the league.
I can agree with that.
Will Shipley, Damian Price.
Will Shipley does nothing for
Pierce,
me. Damian Pierce does, though.
Yeah.
I think Damian Pierce was grossly underutilized in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't be shocked if he has – it's not going to be a huge role, but I won't be shocked if he has a role in Philadelphia.
Yep. Number 2.
The Atlanta Falcons. Bijan, to me, is the best running back in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He is the freakiest weapon in the league. The thing that kept them out of number 1, they don't have the depth. But I think Bijan is as good as we have in this league. Brian Robinson is a good backup. Won't say one of the best in the league because he's just never delivered in a way that can make me comfortable in saying that. But he is a serviceable backup. And Bijan is the most multi-talented running back in the NFL.
Yes.
I heard somebody say this. I think this all the way back to when he was drafted. If Bijan Robinson had decided to just, you know what, I don't want to play running back anymore. I want to be a wide receiver. How high would he be among receivers in the NFL?
Who?
Bijan. If he just decided, you know what, I don't want to play running back anymore. I'm going to be a receiver exclusively. I want to see if we say the same number here.
I want to say like 9?
I wouldn't have him that high. I'd say he'd be a top 15 slot receiver in the NFL. Top
Could
15, as I think he would be a top 15 receiver in the NFL coming out of the slot.
It's one of the biggest problems that I had with when we did the wide receiver, the pass catcher rankings, because I really wanted to be able to get Bijan included in this for Atlanta. I really wanted to get Jahmyr included in this for Detroit. Christian McCaffrey for San Francisco. Because the running back has become such a big part of the passing game, I don't know that you can really look at those things exclusively anymore. Bijan's a big reason for that. And then there's number 1.
The Arizona Cardinals.
Congratulations. You're good at only one thing. hopefully. This does lean to you're expecting a lot out of Jeremiah Love. Yeah, we are, because he was the best player in the class.
I think Jeremiah Love will be looking at him as a top 5 running back in the NFL. It may take 18 months, but we're going to get there.
Mm-hmm. And then you take into account that they also have Tyler Algier. They also have James Conner. Who's the fourth?
Trey Benson.
I mean, any of those guys could be starters.
Trey Benson would be the 2 on practically every team in the NFL. He's their 4.
Trey Benson would be the no-doubt starter for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
No doubt. 250 carries in a season starter for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes.
And that's your 4.
Yep.
Shocking.
The fact that you have possibly 4 starting running backs on your team is kind of crazy. Now, thankfully for Arizona Cardinals fans, that's not going to translate to wins very much. And you're going to be picking high next year.
It's not. But, if you think it's more wins, or maybe you're even higher on the Cardinals than we are, there's only one place.
Mm-hmm.
DraftKings Sports. It's live in all 50 states. And yes, that means right here in North Carolina. Whole world's watching one tournament. Group stage chaos, knockout, drama, stoppage time, heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in North Carolina. So whether you're watching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in North Carolina, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code WPEK. Spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code WPEK. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
All right, we will see you tomorrow back here in the Sportsocracy. We are not off tomorrow. There is not soccer activity going on this channel.
It's a late change in the schedule.
Right.
We're back, baby.
That's right. We will see you back here at noon tomorrow. Everybody be safe. Enjoy the pool this afternoon.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Best advice right now is expect some wet weather later in the week. The question is going to be how much, and will we have a flood risk? The chance is there with our tropical disturbance in the Gulf heading potentially this way. A couple of good days coming up, partly sunny today to mostly sunny tomorrow. Today, 80, tomorrow into the upper 80s. And as we get into Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and Friday, we could start hooking up with some of that moisture coming in from the west and southwest. From the Weather Channel, Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by eBay. eBay is home to millions of finds, and each one becomes part of your story. From your favorite vintage band tee to the dream car you've been searching for or the foul ball you heroically gave away. It's all there on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
When you want country music, we got you covered, family.
Choosing Texas, I can tell. I'm gonna live where the green grass grows. Watch my corn pop up in rows.
We are today's hit country 99.9 Kiss Country.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets. Just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
The Sportsocracy.
Hello, everybody. This is good old JR Jim Ross, WWE Hall of Famer. Boy, these boys are smart. You talk about goofier than a pet coon. Let me tell you something. This show is a legitimate slobber knocker.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.